here to define what a man is, right?
Responsibility creates struggle, struggle creates strength, and strength creates structure.
How many people care about what people think about them? Be honest.
As a man, you got to be able to protect not just yourself, but your family.
When we talk about being a man, it's your behaviors.
But I don't say any of this to brag. I don't say any of this to gloat my life up or I'm better than anybody.
I start crying. I'm like, why am I crying? And so what I realized was,
you put yourself in a target-rich environment. You are the only woman that paid for a ticket to come to this event.
if you're trying to teach your daughter to be around a certain man and you're not that man yourself, she gonna choose you.
Hey, let me not touch this nigga. He too clean. Where is that on you?
It's not on me.
It's not on you. The only reason why it's not on you is because you didn't choose it.
Find the women who can actually help you build. And here's some deep game for you. You don't have to have sex with all of them.
Since 2016, I've been following Lucario and Miles. Y'all changed my life. Followed by Uncle Ram. So ever since then, I've been getting a little bit of too much ass at times.
You know, as a man, there's a balance to it. Your purpose and pussy. And the heavier your purpose.
Even if you lose the relationship, you don't lose yourself. And that's the most important part.
All right, so with great regret, no, not regret, but real quick, Miles, in all likelihood, would not be in attendance today. Miles, in all likelihood, would not be here today. So for some of you guys who typically watch the live stream on his channel, you probably see that the live was never scheduled on his channel. However, though, I still got y'all, though. So we will be taking calls. We will be taking calls. I do have a phone number that I'll post in a little while. And if this works, because I know a couple of times when I've done live streams, dolo or by myself, we've had some technical difficulties taking calls. But I think I may have fixed the issue, right? So in a little while, we're going to be taking calls. And if this shit works, then what you're going to get out of me is more live streams where I'm solo, right? If this works, right? But we'll get into that in just a moment. Let me plug the joint. Why women claim they don't need a man. Again, why women claim they don't need a man. But before we do that, let's go ahead and get the brother up in here. What up, Jay Roman?
What's going on, man? Everybody can hear me okay?
I know I can hear y'all. I'm assuming everybody can hear because they haven't put anything in the chat. Let me say this. I don't know if you heard, Miles more than likely won't be here today. You know, so he got some pressing business that he needs to attend to. So shout out to that brother. But we're here. And the game don't stop and it won't stop. And it can't stop. You know what I'm saying? So we're here, guys. Now, there are no videos that I'm going to show you guys. We just gonna give you straight, unadulterated, uncut game. That's it. So in just a minute, again, I'm gonna post the number and you guys can call in. Why women claim they don't need a man. So let me just throw this up there real quick. Let me just throw something up there real quick. Let me just throw something. Yeah, we're here to debunk the myth. Women actually do need men more than they think. Now, here's what I want to say before we get into that. And let me just say this. If y'all got a question, please put a Q in the chat. If you got a question, please put a Q in the chat, right? And again, I'm going to post the phone number in just a moment. Then you guys can call in and we can talk about this. Why women claim they don't need men. So we have to kind of go back a little bit to kind of get to where, hold on, let me go ahead and shout out to Rob Moran with the 1999. Salute to you two gentlemen in the chat. Ties, appreciate you, fam. So, he's stopping in though. Shout out to Miles. Respect to the panel of the game. It don't stop, baby. It don't sleep.
Undefeated.
It's infinite. Ellen is definitely undefeated. So the reason, look, we got to go back, right? And, you know, Jay, I hear guys all the time. They'll say shit like, oh, I wish we can go back to the 1950s. And a lot of these guys that say that wasn't even born then. They weren't alive then, right? So here's the reality of where we're at now in 2024. Here's where we're at, right? Jay Roman, you're doing some shit. Can you mute yourself, fam? I can hear shit. Yeah, I don't know what I hear, but I hear like you're like clinking like you got some metal or something. I don't know what that shit is. But anyway, okay. All right, but real quick, and I'm gonna pass it to you in just a moment. We got to go back, guys. See, there was a time when women could not work alongside men as they do today. There was a time when women could not make the type of money that they do today, right? So even when women first could work, they were drastically underpaid. The wage gap was immense. And to one degree or another, there's still a wage gap, but not like it used to be, right? So women can afford to buy a house by themselves. They can afford to purchase, you know, a luxury automobile, a Benz, a BMW, or a Lexus, whatever the fuck they want, right? And they can afford to take trips and do shit without men, right? They can do that. So when it comes to financial, a particular lifestyle and surviving from a financial perspective, women do not need men. They don't need men for that. And a lot of guys' arguments or their contention is when women publicly decry, we don't need men. And that's what they're talking about. They're saying, I don't need a man to catch a flight and go enjoy myself. I don't need a man to buy the clothes that I want to wear. I don't need a man to go to the car lot and purchase the car that I want to drive. I don't need a man to put a roof over my head. I got that, right? And the problem with a lot of guys, when they hear women talk about that and they feel some type of way, is that a lot of guys, without money and without their financial success, they wouldn't have anything that a woman would want, right? So a lot of guys who complain about women saying, I don't need men, they're really telling on themselves, because for a lot of guys, their financial success, their resources, for them, that's their leverage. Okay, and you guys understand what I'm saying. If you're the type of guy where women really don't gravitate to you, and the only way you can influence women to fuck with you is with your money or is with your resources, and then you hear women say, I don't need a man, you're going to feel some type of way, because the very thing that women are saying they don't need is the only thing you got to offer. Fam, you want to speak to that?
You know, these subjects come up a lot, especially at work, when a lot of different debates and stuff. And I feel like women has been working for years. They've been working for years and trying to provide and do certain things for themselves when they were at the absence of men. You know, a lot of cats went to wars. A lot of things happened in life, society, before, where women, they didn't have a choice to have or did not have. It just wasn't there, you know, but they did certain things. Like, and I know the workforce was really affected in World War II, they say, when a lot of the jobs in the factories and stuff, the women did, because the guys were away at war. So, you know, them working, then having their own mind, then having the intelligence and things like that for certain things, was always there. I think, like you said, majority is if a guy thought that his whole role was just to provide certain things, and when that is taken away, now they feel like they're not needed anymore, because, you know, the other set of skills were not sharpened enough, because they just relied on, look, I bring home the bacon, or I bring home a certain amount of money. It wasn't about direction. It wasn't about the balance of life. It wasn't about stability. It was more of what I could provide for you, instead of what we're building together and how, you know, that could happen. And I think for guys who are still rooted in that, they have a hard time understanding that, yeah, a lot of ladies right now, like you're right, Zach, they don't need you to buy a house. They don't need you to buy a car. They don't need you to do certain things. And if that was your sole purpose, that you were even trying to be in front of a lady, then I feel sorry for you if that's the only worth that you thought that you had.
See, and let me throw this up here right here. Women have an inherent need to want to be wanted and desired. Guys, women do need men. They don't need you to have the type of lifestyle that they want. They don't need you for your money. They don't need you to take care of them financially. They don't need that. Once upon a time, they did. And see, if you go back to our grandparents, our great-grandparents, and beyond, right, the reason why you had some women basically just acquiesce to the man, right, is because they really needed the man. They really needed that motherfucker. You know what I'm saying? In order for them to actually live in a nice, decent neighborhood and have a comfortable lifestyle to one degree, they did need a man once upon a time. Now women are in a situation where they can afford to be picky. And that's another thing that guys have a problem with. Women are in a position where, see, and this is where game and actually being a man who has sex appeal comes in at, right? Because back in the day, if you had sex appeal but you ain't had no money, it was going to be difficult. Now, if you were, you know, a side dude or something like that, yeah, you can make that happen. But back in the day, having sex appeal was not enough. You know what I'm saying? Because women actually needed, if women wanted a family and that type of thing, they actually needed a man that could support a family. Nowadays, right, this is why a lot of guys, for instance, J. Roman, they complain about the type of men that women choose. Oh, why y'all choosing them bum niggas? Why y'all choosing? Because those guys got sex appeal. They turn those women on. And they don't need those guys for money. They don't need those guys for survival. So now they're saying, you know what? I really don't need a man to take care of me, but I still need some good dick every now and again. You know what I'm saying? And he's just the type of guy that I think could do that for me, right? And for a guy who has money but no sex appeal, this is why guys who do have money, well, some guys, this is why they still struggle with women. Yeah, you have money, but she does too. So because she don't need you for your money, she might use you for your money. She don't need you for your money, but she might use you for your money. Here's the thing. Let me just say this. Women still need order in their fucking lives. They still need order. Women, by and large, are very indecisive. Women, by and large, are governed by their emotions. Now, that doesn't mean that women can't be pragmatic and practical when it comes to certain things. But by and large, women are still fucking chaotic, right? So if you pay attention to some of the things that women do say about men, what do? Men aren't masculine. Men aren't men anymore, right? Men are sassy as hell, right? And a lot of that comes from the fact that men don't know how to lead. Men don't know how to bring order to a woman's life. Men don't know how to, a lot of men nowadays, they don't know how to actually empower a woman to be her best self, right? And that's where masculine leadership comes in, where you empower the woman to be her best self, not only for her, but so she can benefit you. And that's the whole point of women have an inherent, which means belonging to or being a part of nature of a person or thing. They still need to be wanted or desired. I don't care what no woman says publicly. They still very much want to be wanted and desired by men, especially the men they are actually attracted to. So let me get rid of that. Okay, guys, the call-in line is open. Area code 210-591-7552. 210-591-7552. If you agree, but you want to add your 2 cents, call in. If you disagree and want to add your 2 cents, by all means, call in. And again, if you got a question, put a Q in the chat. We'll get right with you. So let me see something right here. Okay. Okay, again, guys, if you got a question, put a Q in the chat so we can get this going, right? Because your participation is what's going to keep this show going. If you're not participating, shit, I'm sure Jay Roman got shit he can do. I know I do. You know what I'm saying? So again,
and I'm
why
gonna
women?
be totally honest with you, Zach. This is one of these
Yeah, what's up?
subjects that, you know, I never cared if they claim to want or don't want or need. You know what I'm saying? Like when
Yeah,
women
there
say,
you go.
I don't need a man, I'd be like, yeah, right. Like, you know, it's not even, you don't need a man because you don't think you need a man, because your sole thought of what a man provides you can do for yourself, but all the other stuff that you don't think about. And I understand that you don't think about it because you're not a man. So you don't know all the other stuff that we bring to the table or that we bring, because you won't think like us. We're not a man. And the crazy part about it is I had this discussion, it was a couple of days ago at work, where I said, ladies need to hear the word no.
Yes, they do.
You need to hear the word no. And everybody, let's just take it off of this and go straight to the just earth itself. And I know it's going to be, balance is created, right? There's a reason why things are done in balance. You can have the brightest, nicest plant that you ever, but if you don't water that thing, then it's going to die. But then if you water it too much, it also is going to die. There's always a counterbalance to everything. The counterbalance to women is men. Men were created. We are here, right? That's that yin and the yang that needs to exist. And for somebody to say, "Oh, I don't need that," I never take that to heart. Like it's not even a sentence that I like. Oh man, you say you don't need me? You don't need a man?
Yeah,
like,
bro.
I never ever believed any part of it.
Bro, if you're dealing with women, especially if you're dealing with a woman who wants to be with you, like really wants to be with you beyond just sex in a genuine way, or if you are actually in a relationship and a woman gives a fuck about you, you're going to see that she needs you, right? She's going to make it abundantly clear that she needs you. Again, so when Kashim Smith says we need each other and Bruh Money says in 2004 they don't need men in a sense, again, as I stated before, women do not need men for money. They don't. Now, do women need men? Yes, but not for money. Women do not need you to buy a house. They can do that for themselves. They don't need you to co-sign for a car. They can go buy a car themselves. They don't need you to take trips with. They can go do that themselves. Women don't need a man for none of that shit. Now, there are some women who prefer to have a man do all of that so they can keep their money for themselves. Okay, that's a particular segment of women. Then you have another segment of women who are lazy as fuck, and they're actually looking for a man to take care of them. They're looking for a sponsor because they don't want to work. They want a particular lifestyle, and they want a man to provide it for them, and they don't want to do it, right? So you do have that segment of women out there, and these are typically the women that, you know, they try to fuck with the D-boys. You know, they try to fuck with the rappers and the athletes. In a lot of cases, a lot of these chicks, they ain't got nothing going on. You know what I'm saying? If you got a chick who's extremely attractive and she ain't got nothing on the ball, all she got to do is attach herself to a man with money. You know what I'm saying? And even if she don't get into a relationship with him, okay, you have a bunch of simps out here that ain't got no problem sponsoring women. Right? There is no shortage of men that will sponsor women. Right? And women know they're out there. Right? So again, financially, women do not need a man for shit. They don't. They desire and want a man for that, but they don't need a man for that. So both of y'all are right. Bro Money, you're right. Kashim, you're right. Right? You're right too. We need each other, but not like y'all think. So if y'all pay attention to the thumbnail, I have codependency versus supportive. Right? Let me say this real quick. Okay, and this is another reason why women say they don't need a man. Well, there's two reasons. Two typical reasons that there's more than two reasons, right? Let me be clear. But there's two reasons that I'm going to illustrate. One of the reasons that some women publicly say they don't need a man is because some women are just bitter. Okay, they're bitter that things haven't gone the way they wanted to when it comes to the relationships they've had. Or even some of them that may have been married and maybe they're currently divorced. Maybe they got a baby daddy or baby daddies, and he really ain't handling his business with the child or the children. So some women have become disillusioned, and they're on that, fuck man, I don't need them, fuck man, they ain't shit, right? But those are the bitter women who just feel some type of way about the way they've been dealt with by the men they've encountered, right? Then you have another segment of women who kind of bleed into the first segment. And those are the women, look, let me say this real quick. I personally know women who were stay-at-home women, wives, stay-at-home mothers, stay-at-home wives, and the husband made all of the money and took care of everything, right? I know multiple women where this shit has happened to, where they're stay-at-home wives, stay-at-home mothers, they don't make no money, the man take care of everything, and the man is not only cheating, but he ends up leaving that woman for the side chick. And now that chick is stuck, right? The credit cards are gone. The dude he basically cut off the credit cards. The woman has no access to the credit cards anymore. The bank account or the bank accounts, she has no access to that anymore. The dude literally ups and leave her stuck. And she has to leave. She has to leave the house, right, that she's in, right? He literally ups. I know, again, multiple women where guys literally leave and they go to a whole entirely different state, right? And the woman is stuck, broke, she ain't got nothing going on. So if you encounter women where that has happened to them, or they know people, they know other women that has happened to, you can kind of understand why some women never want to be in a position where they are codependent on a man for survival. This is why you have some women who have no problem having a man take care of them financially, but they're still going to work them. They're still going to make sure they got their hustle on. Why? Because they refuse to be codependent on a man. This is why, Jay Roman, you said it earlier. This is why it doesn't bother me when women say, I'm independent, even though women really aren't independent like that. But when they say that type of shit, or I'm a boss, bitch, that's goofy too. And all that shit is goofy. But it don't bother me though. I understand why women say it. I get why women say, I don't need a man, fuck all of that. I understand why women say it, and I'm not bothered by it. I get why they say it. They do need a man, though, just not for what you think. Again, guys, call in number 210-591-7552 if you agree or disagree, or if y'all just want to chop it up about anything. Come on, man, don't be shy now. You know what I'm saying? You got some of y'all we want to add to that? I'm looking for some questions because these niggas ain't asking no questions.
No, I'm looking through some of the comments, and some of them are kind of interesting, you know. And there's always that debate. Like some say, you know, I don't know exactly who on here said I don't need a woman for anything. Like men, you know, somebody says, well, we need each other, and then somebody would respond like, hey, I don't need a woman for anything. And I would say to some degree you're right on that, but at the same time, you know, the one thing that we cannot emulate, even if we pay for it, is genuine connection, you know, genuine, you know, connection with each other. And that's the thing that you cannot, you can pay somebody to sit there. You can pay somebody to fuck you. You can pay somebody to do a lot of stuff for you. But without that pay, it's not genuine. It's not the feeling of somebody wanting to do these things for me. And that's the thing that bottom line, bare that you cannot get anywhere else, no matter what. I don't care who you, a lady can be a boss in every situation. There is a genre of dudes that get paid a lot to pretend to be boyfriend to these boss ladies for a certain time period, and vice versa. You know, what do you think these rich guys are paying for? Some sort of sense of companionship and you know, genuine connection. The thing is that cannot, bottom line, it can't really be paid for. It has to be something that's genuine. I think that's where a lot of people kind of, where it stops, where the need comes from, because nobody likes to say the word need, right? Like I don't need no woman for nothing. I don't need no man for nothing.
All right, I'm gonna show you where you're wrong, Mr. Real Truth TV. I'm gonna show you. So he says there's a difference between needing and wanting something. Some men may want a woman, but you don't need a woman. Now, You're right and you're wrong. I'm going to show you, right? In the grand scheme of things, you don't need a woman. You can cook for yourself. You can take care of your house. You can just masturbate. You don't even need a woman for that. You know what I'm saying? To bust a nut. However, though, this is where you actually do need a woman. If you're going to deal with women on any level, whether it's casual sex, a relationship, marriage, having children with, you actually need her to be submissive and respectful. That's the only way you're actually going to have a quality interaction with any woman that you deal with on any level. So you do need for her to be submissive and respectful. If you're going to deal with women, you do need for her to be cooperative. You do need for her to be compliant. So when I was talking about codependency versus supportive, that's when people say women are helpmates, that's her being supportive of whatever mission you have, right? Whatever you got going on. This is why we tell you guys, right? When women actually value you, the man, they value you, the man. They want to be a part of your situation, right? So part of them being a part of your part of them valuing you and wanting to be a part of your situation is showing you deference, humble submission, and respect, right? So you do need a woman to show you that. So if you do invite a woman in, it eliminates all the bullshit that you hear other guys go through, where women are calling them bitches, women are calling dudes out their name, women are being disrespectful to dudes, women are yelling at dudes in public, women are just mistreating dudes altogether, right? So you do need a woman to actually respect you if you're going to deal with her, right? So I just want guys to understand that, yeah, you might not, like me personally, I don't need a woman in a sense that I need a woman for, I don't need a woman for companionship. I'm not a lonely nigga like that. So I don't need a woman to be up under me. I don't need a woman to love me. I don't need a woman's love, right? Give me respect. I do need her respect though, because I'm gonna deal with women. You know, I'm not doing the muck mode shit like y'all niggas. I'm dealing with women, so I do need for her to show me respect though. But go ahead.
This is hey, you know, I know these cats like I don't need no woman for nothing. Yeah, we do, bro. I'm not even gonna like. I need her to, like Zad was saying, be in the role I need her to be in. But the thing is, I get what I want so much, it doesn't turn into a need. But, you know, and I want everybody to understand that. Like, there's only two, I ain't gonna go into the whole philosophy. It's only two of us in this world, right? The yin and the yang. I don't plan on being, you know, I like to slide. I hope, you know, I like to slide, and I ain't sliding with, you know, and your palm olive or your ladies, your roses and all this other stuff y'all do. At some point, you want somebody to pull that hair. You want somebody to, you know, the thing is, like, we want that connection. It's part of human. It's part of us humans. Now, for men, our role is different. Like, I don't need you to survive. I don't need you to provide. I don't need you to do this. I need you to listen. I need you to be submissive. I need you to understand what's going on. Like, that stuff, you know, I got. But the thing is, like, come on, bro. Like, you know, a genuine feminine connection, somebody rubbing your back, you know, and I don't need you to rub my back to say it's okay. I just need you to rub my back to make it feel good. Like, now I ain't saying I need it in a way where I'm going to be doing some goofy stuff to have it. No, I can be by myself and enjoy myself for years, as far as like, I don't need to be in a relationship. I don't need to be in this. Like, I can do that. But at the same time, let's not get it mistaken. A lot of times, because you're getting what you want, it just hasn't turned into a need. And the thing is, I get what I want enough. It don't turn into a need. So I never have that feeling, you know, but let's not erase the other counterpart. Like, you're going to want to slide. You're going to want to slide, bro. Like, it's just, so there's a lot of cats in jail right now that really appreciate something soft coming in there. You know, now they didn't need it. I mean, they were surviving without it. But trust me, come on, man.
Well, let me say this and see again. And Mr. Truth TV, you're basically saying what I was saying earlier. Yeah, you might not need a woman for companionship, you know, or at least long-term companionship, right? But here's the thing. You said, but you still link with multiple women. So in order for that to happen, you need those women to comply. You know what I'm saying? You need those women to basically say, I'm with whatever you with. I'm about whatever you about. Because see, what you're saying with this statement, Real Mr. Truth TV, is you want women, which is cool. We all want women.
Yeah.
If you are a warm-blooded heterosexual man, you want women, right? So yeah, you want women, but in order for you to have dealings with women that are favorable, you need for them to act right. You need for them to basically, whatever boundaries and parameters you set for them to deal with you, you need for them to respect those boundaries and parameters, so the interaction with you two benefits both of you mutually. So you need that. So I just want to point that out, right? And it's, see, words are important. How we utilize words and what we say is important, because we can all sit here and say, oh, we don't need nobody. And when it comes to look, nobody needs anybody to put a roof over their head. Every man and woman can do that for themselves if they so choose. Everyone can learn how to cook and clean for themselves if they so choose, right? Everyone, if anyone got a yard, women don't need a man to cut grass, but I guarantee you, you don't see too many women cutting grass. They got the weed whacker out there. Now, I've seen women do it, but you don't see women doing that shit in masses. Why? Because they'll find a man for that. See, stay with me. If the man of the house ain't doing that, guess what they gonna do? When that motherfucker with the lawn care pickup truck come around, they gonna get him to do it, right? So even if a woman doesn't need a man to be in her home, there are certain things that are going on. Like, I'm talking about women that got houses where they got yards and shit, and they got different things going on. When shit go wrong, who are they calling? I'm not saying that women don't do these jobs, but when they got an air conditioning issue, who coming out there? Men most of the time, right? If they got a busted pipe and the fucking drywall needs to be replaced, who's coming out there knocking holes in the wall, fixing the pipe and replacing that drywall? Men. If they got an electrical short in the house and they need someone to come out there, I'm not saying women aren't electricians. You don't see it too often, though. Men. So they still need men. They just don't need men as far as helping to pay bills and putting a roof over their head. They don't, right? But even with that, okay, women can learn how to do shit on their own in their own house if they wanted to. But if you got a woman that got some money, she's like, no, I'm gonna pay someone to do this shit. And if she don't want to pay, Jay Roman, guess what she gonna do? She gonna put a nigga in the friend zone who happens to have an HVAC certification, or a guy who's a journeyman electrician, right? And let me just say this real quick. And here's another little tidbit for some of you guys, where women are asking you what you do for a living. Sometimes women are asking you what you do for a living because they know they don't want to fuck you, but they need to know if you got any type of skills that they can utilize. Oh, you fix on cars? Oh, you're a mobile mechanic. Trust and believe, she gonna keep you on that. You know, she ain't gonna fuck you.
I had a coworker.
Renee know. Shout out to Renee. She know.
I had a coworker act real chummy for a little bit, and then gonna ask to see if I could help her move. Nah, that's some boyfriend package stuff. That ain't just cool. Help you move. Like, no, that ain't on next level. That's not at this level. So yeah, you guys better watch out. A lot of y'all doing some manual labor for some ladies right now. You giving them a higher package than they giving you.
Oh yeah, and for you dudes, fuck around and be dealing with a woman who's a YouTube content creator and she's just getting started. And you fuck around and tell her you have IT skills and you know how to build a website. She can be like, oh really now? Friend. You her best friend now. And if she is not sexually attracted to you, she's gonna be like, I can help this nigga. I'm gonna see if I can get this shit for free. You know what I'm saying? I'll see if I can get a website built for free. You know, hey man, if women find out you have a skill set or you have experience or knowledge in something that they can utilize where they ain't got to spend no money on, bro, they gonna put you in the friend zone. Do you think women put guys in the friend zone just because? No, they're utilizing you for something. Look, women collect stamps like dudes collect phone numbers and shit. I said stamps. Men, you know what I'm saying? Like friend zone dudes, like dudes collect phone numbers. They'll collect dudes, right? This is why a lot of times you see a lot of women that know a lot of guys. And see, a lot of guys, they feel intimidated by that because they think women are fucking all of these dudes. Now, I'm not saying they ain't getting a fair share of penis, you know what I'm saying? But a lot of times when they have a lot of guys around them or guy friends, quote unquote, a lot of times they're utilizing these guys. They're not having sex with all of them. They're just utilizing them. You know, it is what it is. This is why a lot of times when you guys try and make women give up their male friends, they're like, but I need this nigga. He's the mechanic. I need this guy. You know what I'm saying? He's a locksmith. You know, I always lock my keys in my car. I got a bad habit. Okay, look, let me tell y'all something real quick. I have an ex, right? And she's a property manager. You're probably listening right now. She's a property manager of an apartment complex, right? And she's been a property manager of multiple apartment complexes. So what that means is this. She has access to guys who do pest control shit. She has access to guys who do carpet cleaning, right? Guys who wanted to fuck her. Like, I was dating this chick, guys who wanted to fuck her. A lot of these guys who did shit for the apartment she managed, right? Guess what I did? I said, oh, he want to fuck you? Hey, tell that nigga to come by and spray my crib and shit. Oh, he want to fuck you? Hey, tell that nigga to come by and clean my carpets and shit. I got my carpets cleaned for free. I had dudes come by and spray my crib for free, all because they wanted to fuck her, right? I'm just saying. So when you guys are dealing with women that got male friends, yo, man, you can't, sometimes you got to kind of know what's going on. You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, keep him around. Don't be, you can't allow your insecurities to have you jumping the gun and trying to have her get rid of niggas that can be useful to you. You know what I'm saying? I'm just putting that out there, something to think about. Call-in line is open. Again, 210-591-7552. If y'all don't start calling, man, we ain't gonna be here for too much longer. I'm just letting you know. But we do got some questions. Yeah.
I'll tell you this on the why women claim they don't need men. One of my first thoughts is because men have become less worthy, like, you know, because a lot of males don't really act like men. So what's the benefit of having a grown male around if he's not going to act like a man? So, you know, like, I know for a very fact, like you were saying, anybody that's dealing with me, that, yeah, they can call, you know, a lawn care business to cut the grass, but that's what I do. If we on that level, like, you ain't got to worry about that. You don't lift nothing heavy. You don't pump gas. There's certain things that you don't have to do if you don't want to. That's because that's what I cover. Now and that's not the only defining factor of me. You know what I'm saying? Like, cats need to understand the defining factor of you is not always your physical. It's not always the providence. It's your mental stability, your mental, the advice you give, the direction that you're taking, the attitude that you have. Like, you don't even have to be the boss of something, right? But you always got like an attitude, like, nothing will defeat me. If I don't know it, I will learn it. That is a type of attitude that somebody next to you that's really involved with you sees, can motivate her to do things. Like, the way we move motivates people that pay attention, and that's an attractive trait. And that's the type of stuff that you add to a relationship. And the thing is, I don't think a lot of guys really can break down all the things that you provide to a relationship besides just money. Besides money and dick, the D, what do you bring into a relationship, fellas? Like, what do you really could say, you know what? I am this type of person, and being next to me, you'll become that type of person because I do this so frequently, so consistently, that anybody next to me, and there's a lot of times the fellas on the show here, and we'll always say that, you know, I think it's you or Miles that say, message with you guys afterwards, she's already improved her life, right? Or maybe Steve was the first person I heard say that, something like that on there. But that's how it should be, that to be involved with you, By the time they reach that level to be involved with you, just the way you move has a certain amount of value. And that has nothing to do with the D and nothing to do with what you're providing as far as like money wise. And I think
Well,
a lot of men need to understand that, the value in that. And to me, if that was promoted more, if that was felt more, like Zach says all the time, you got to share it. If that was felt more, it would be less statements of, well, I could do this for myself. I don't need a man. Well, that's because you never had a man like this.
And there you go. There you go.
Money and things like that.
See, if once a woman deals with a real man, okay, now, when I say real man, let me preface my statements by saying this. When I say a real man, I'm talking about a man who is consistent, a man who can empower a woman, a man who has insight, experience, knowledge, and wisdom that he can impart on a woman where she actually is learning something from him. Okay, women will admire a man like that, right? So if a woman has ever dealt with a man like that, I assure you, she will say, I need a man like that. If her and that man don't work out for whatever reason, and she's dating, she hits the dating scene, she's always going to be on a hunt for that dude, for that type of guy, right? So don't get it twisted. A lot of times, women are so used to running into frogs that they're like, that type of guy don't exist. That type of guy is a unicorn. You know what I'm saying? It's a myth. It's a fallacy, right? But no, those guys do exist. But ladies, two things. You're dealing with that guy strictly on his terms, and sometimes you do got to share him, though. It is what it is. You know what I'm saying? Now you might be fortunate, ladies, you might be fortunate enough to get that type of man who is cool with just one chick. But the reality of it, though, how many of those guys are out there, right, that is cool with just one chick? I mean, they're out there, but how many of them are out there that you actually want? I'm just throwing it out there. All right, so we do got some questions, bro. We do got some questions.
Yeah.
So,
and
Frankie,
by the way, dudes, put some comments on the chat. What do you bring to the table? I hate saying the table. I hate that freaking what you bring to the table, because this is everyday life. I don't care about nobody's table. So what do you bring to a relationship besides the money and the D? What do you bring? I want guys to really leave from this conversation this Saturday to understand the multitude of things that you should be bringing to any relationship. So some of you guys go on put on your
because here's the thing. If you're that guy, if you're that guy, right, you're gonna encounter a woman, or you're gonna encounter women rather, where there are certain attributes that you possess that they covet, that they can't get enough of, that they feel like they need, that they gravitate to. So for all you guys, what is that for you? You know what I'm saying? Because if you're dealing with women, you should know what it is about you that women find value in. What is it about you that women feel like they can't get enough of? That has nothing to do with sex or nothing to do with money. So Frankie Shaw says, do you believe when women say that it's just a cope for pain they endured in the past relationship? Yeah, I said that earlier. Yeah. Again, when women say that,
or their mothers, because I've seen mothers who had bad situations teach their daughters basically to just,
you don't need no man. Fuck these men ain't
nothing.
These men ain't shit, girl. Yeah, find you a man with money. You know what I'm saying? Because that's the only nigga worth dealing with, is a man who can do something for you financially. Which is bad advice in a sense that you will have women deal with men they're not really all that attracted to, but because he can do something for them financially, they'll deal with him, right? And we tell you guys all the time, we don't condone or advocate any type of deceit or manipulation at all, right? And if you're going to deal with women, it should be from a place of genuine interest and sincerity and authenticity. So what I mean by that is, you could be dealing with a woman that you're sexually attracted to, but you don't want anything beyond just sex, and she knows you don't want anything beyond just sex. You're not lying to her, pretending she can get more than that. Go ahead, Phil.
And my thing is, it's not our job to defeat what she is thinking.
No.
We're just going to live and continue to be a man. And if she's involved with you, she would have to understand what she needs to be to stay involved with you. It ain't my job to cope with your pain or to reprogram your brain on thinking you need a man and all this other stuff. I'm not doing it. I'm going to be
No.
me, and either you appreciate me or not. You know, you got to roll or you got to go. So like, and I don't want, you know, this whole discussion is not for us to you know, no, hey, you know, you need me, girl. You need me, girl. No, that ain't the whole.
Well,
Hey,
see,
I'm
you
a
have a lot of
pander to women.
guys. Yeah, you have a lot of guys that say dumb shit like, "Oh, men have to demonstrate value." Guys, no. When you use phrases or words like that, basically what you're saying is you have to prove to the woman that you're worthy of her time, attention, and her pussy, right? Or you have to perform for a woman. No, you don't. Guys, all you do is simply introduce yourself to a woman, right? You don't gotta talk about what you do for a living. You don't gotta put your accolades on Front Street. You ain't gotta perform for a woman. All you do is introduce yourself in the most authentic way possible to a woman. Either she's going to see the value in wanting to deal with you or not. Hey, don't concern yourself with trying to demonstrate that. Like, chick, either you feeling me or you're not. You know what I'm saying? If you're not, we ain't got to fuck with each other, right? And that should be your attitude. But you have a lot of guys, because they're so attracted to a woman because she's so pretty or whatever the case may be, they feel a need to try and show their worth to a woman. Okay, you ain't got to do all that shit. That's goofy.
Because one of the
All right, so
values
we
of
got
men
another
is
question.
consistency, right? One of the values of
Yeah,
men is
consistency.
consistency. The crazy thing about it is the greatest me in any relationship was always there for everybody, right? So I didn't change. I didn't change in any relationship. I was still consistently me. They might have changed, but not me. You're going to still present yourself because you have a set of rules for yourself as a man, period. And whoever is next to you is getting that benefit.
You know,
Now, if they don't show the appreciation, they out. That don't mean you're on the next one. You're gonna be like, I'm no longer gonna pump gas for who I'm with because the last one didn't appreciate me pumping gas for her. Like, no, that's just what I bring. Like, it's nothing set on who I'm with. It's the standard of which I hold to myself on how I am treating somebody I'm with. Period. It doesn't have nothing to do with anybody else but yourself. And see, the consistency that you are as a man should set the tone, period. And that's why you see in relationships, there'll be some changes. The ladies will tell you, oh, I treated him different, or I acted a certain different way to this, or acted that.
you know,
Men, we don't do that. We don't.
I want to push back. I want to push back on people changing in relationships. Okay, here's my theory. Hear me out. I don't think people really change in relationships. I think the only time people quote unquote change is if they've had something traumatic happen to them. Right? So this is what I think happens to people in relationships. You either evolve and grow, or you show people who you really are. You know what I'm saying? So what I mean by that is this, right? Because I hear women complain that men that, oh, he's not the same guy, he's inconsistent. And yeah, that's who he is. He's inconsistent, right? He's always been that guy. You just fell for the consistent part of him, right? But that other, because remember, we're multifaceted individuals, right? So when you're in a relationship, sometimes you evolve and you grow. Now, peep what I'm saying. I want to go somewhere with this, right? And I want to challenge people to have a higher level of thinking. When you are in a relationship, right, two things are going to happen all the time. You're either going to grow as an individual and or you're going to grow as a couple, or you're going to evolve individually and you're going to evolve together. The problem where people say, oh, you've changed is no. Is somebody is evolving at a faster pace than the other person. Somebody is maturing. Somebody is growing at a faster pace. So because you're evolving and growing at a faster pace, the things that you felt were important in the beginning of the relationship no longer are as important. Now other things become more of a focus for you, right? Now, when we talk about changing, so sometimes like I'll give you another example of when people say people change. So if a guy's in a relationship with a woman and he's a provider type and he's paying bills and all of this, and he loses his job, and she basically says, I can't take this. When we first met, you've always taken care of me. Now you can't, I'm leaving. Some guys are like, well, you changed. No, she's always been the type of chick, at least for you, where the only reason why she is dealing with you is because you agreed to provide, right? She didn't change, right? It's just because she was cooperative, because you was having sex, because everything was cool, you just never understood who she really was. She's been the same person all along that was capable of leaving. You were just never put in that situation to find that out. Now you're seeing it. She didn't change. She's the same person, right? So a lot of times people say, oh, you've changed. No, I think the only time people change is when they've experienced something traumatic and it changes the trajectory of how they view the world because of how something happened to them, right? It could be a death. It could be deep depression. It could be abuse. It could be whatever. You know what I'm saying? We're talking about traumatic. It can be anything where they're just a completely different person because their perspective on how they view life has changed because of what they went through. So, like another example could be a woman who's been physically, emotionally, mentally, and sexually abused, right? Oftentimes, her outlook on how she looks at the world, how she looks at men, how she looks at relationships, even how she looks at sex may change because of what happened to her. A real quick example to further illustrate the point I'm trying to make with that. For those of you who've been rocking with me for a few years at least, a few years back on my old channel, right, we had we did a live stream. Okay, this is when my partners CJ and Dave was part of the Manhood is a Skillset show. We did a live stream and we had three women on the panel. So it was 6 of us, 3 women, 3 guys. And one of those women who were on the panel, not only was she molested as a child multiple times by family members, right? Yeah, I put an S on the end of that, meaning there was more than one family member who did that to her. But also in her adult life, she was sexually assaulted. The trauma was as such as she no longer desired to have sex at all, right? She still wanted to deal with men. She still wanted to interact with men, but not sexually. So she basically became asexual. If you don't know what asexual means, look it up. She basically became asexual, where she literally had no desire for sex at all. She did not want to have sex with men. She did not want to be touched in any type of sexual way. But she had no problem going out on dates, though. She can go out on dates with dudes. She can kick it with dudes. And she said on that live stream, she said, if I'm dealing with a man and he wants to be intimate with me, I have no problem hooking him up with women. Like she said, I'll hook him up with women that I personally know so he can get his rocks off, because I don't want him for that, right? I just want him for the non-sexual attention and energy, but I don't want to be touched by him, right? So you could say she changed dramatically because of her traumatic experiences. I just want to point that out because when you look at the psychology and the psyche of things, some of that shit gets a little deep. And some of that shit is beyond human understanding or explanation. But you got to say.
No, no matter what we talk about, when we talk about, there's always an element of just humanness, right? We're all humans. We go through things. You may not be able to see the trauma or see something that somebody went through or what came up, what was brought up, something they might have had deep come up. The thing is that, changing is inevitable. It happens. Our bodies is changing right now. And some of us are trying to fight it. Like some guys are, they doing putting You know, I used to have waves. I was wavy, you know, sick. I'm talking about all the way around, sick waves.
Yeah.
I ain't got that no more. The body done changed a little bit, right? Now, you know, my identity wasn't in the waves, but shoot, at 20 something, you couldn't tell me my waves wasn't sick now. Like, you know, I
Shit,
dipped my
man.
head on you, like, how you
I
doing, girl? You know what I'm saying?
I might have to break out a pistol when I have my little
Hey,
360.
they
Hold
had
on,
the
I'm
little
looking at
fingers.
shit.
They little rub the little fingers on it, you know.
Hey, nigga,
But
I used to
we
walk around saying
changed.
"Cowabunga," bro. You can surf on my shit, nigga. But yeah, go ahead.
We changed though, and it happens. That's
Yeah.
always going to happen. It's always going to be, and it's always going to happen with anybody you're with. That's one of those things that, you know, I feel like a quality of a man is that he's always thinking down the road. He's always thinking in the future. I'm thinking about what my woman needs, not now, but in the future. You know, she might not be thinking about retirement, but I'm thinking about retirement. I'm thinking about how long I want her to work, how long I want to see her go to work. You know, different things like that is what we as men should think about, and the little things that we bring. That's not just, I'm not just bringing some money, I'm bringing forethought down the line on how I want things to go. Not this year, not next year. I'm already 10 years down the line. You ever the job, there's a city job, and I forget the exact title of it, but that person's whole job is not to think about the city then, but like in 10, 15 years, they're figuring out the growth, where roads need to be at, where new buildings need to be at, you know, where they need to push schools,
City manager,
city planner, like, so they're thinking
Yeah.
15, 10 years down the line, you know, putting stuff together. Now, is it all exact science? No, it's not all exact science, but, you know, experience brings things, and, you know, always collecting data and realizing what's happening. We are going to change. We're going to change. You got a 2-story house now. I guarantee you at 70 years old, you ain't gonna be wanting no 2-story house. You know what I'm saying? You got a 3-story house. You live in one of those, like, it's just different little things that you have to think about. And that's what we think about as men. That's how, you know, we set stuff up, and changing is part of life. So fellas, I hope you understand that in life, changing is there, and you always want to put that in the books. It's a, what's that, the definition?
So real quick, you know, yeah, the definition. So somebody said she was weird. I don't think she's weird. It's her journey, right? Because I have no clue of what it feels like to have experienced what she experienced, where you got multiple family members sexually assaulting you as a child, and then in your adult life, you got men doing the same thing. So, you know,
Is that a call?
I have compassion for that, empathy and sympathy for her. Look, okay, oh, hold on real quick. Shit. Hey, call back. 919, call back.
Zach ain't used to
why I didn't hear that shit. Well, because I have Skype through my phone, and I have Skype through the computer.
Okay.
And I was testing it earlier, and it was ringing. It was ringing through both. It was ringing through my phone and the computer, so I could hear it ringing. But on my phone, I muted it. So that's why I think I'm not hearing it through the computer, because it's synced, it's connected.
Okay.
But I heard someone hang up, and I can see the number. 914, call back.
I'm with whoever said that was weird. I think, you know, that is a little bit weird for me. You know, the asexual, like, you want my companionship, you want to lean up against me and watch a movie, but you know, when I tell you, like, hey, rub that thing out, you don't want to do that. So, you know, that's something I couldn't deal with. There we go. It's ringing right now.
I'm looking for the number. I don't see the fucking. Where is the fucking number?
Is there a pickup?
Hold on, my bad, y'all. The number. Well, there is a line, but normally it scrolls across. Where is the fucking? You know what? Let me call dude back.
But just because I think it's weird, don't mean it ain't her journey and stuff. Like, hey, it just might not be a journey I could deal with. You know, to be honest with you, I couldn't deal with that, Zach. I couldn't deal with that.
No, I couldn't deal with it either. Hold on, y'all. Let me see. Because damn it, the shit was working earlier. It worked to perfection earlier.
Okay, there's another question up here, and I'm gonna scroll up a little bit.
Yo, you there? Hey, can y'all? Yeah, hold on, real quick. Can y'all hear him?
I can hear him.
Speak, caller. Hey, speak, caller. Can you speak?
Yeah, hello. Yeah, I can hear. Yeah, hello. You guys hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you. Hold on. Hey, in the chat, if y'all can hear him, put one in the chat. Put one in the chat.
Renee says yes, she can.
Y'all can hear him? Okay, cool. All right, we in business. All right, fam, go ahead, brother.
Hey, what's up, K Zach? This is Jay, man. What's up, fellas? How you guys doing today, man?
All right.
All right. Yeah, I want to ask you, K Zach, I want to both you guys something. K Zach, when you are like on a date with a woman, right, but you want to get like a little flirtatious, stuff like that, I know like you always say that don't ask boring questions like that. Would you say that it's just good you sort of small talk and you lead to your way, or you just go straight to the point? Remember, like I said, it's not you on a date now with a woman. How would you say it's a good thing? Because sometimes like this.
Okay, listen, brother, I'm flirtatious when I first meet with her. If I walk up on a woman, I say, hi, my name is, I'm flirtatious from beginning to end. I don't stop. Period. I'm flirtatious the whole time. So if I'm flirtatious when I first meet her and I tell her I want to take her out and I give her the number and she calls me, I'm going to be flirtatious again on the phone. And when we link up and meet up for the date, all I'm doing is a continuation of how I started when I first met her. I'm flirtatious the whole time. I'm a very sexual person. So when I say I'm a very sexual person, that doesn't mean that I'm necessarily talking about fucking, but I'm a sexual person in that everything about me, you know what I'm saying? My whole disposition and demeanor, there are sexual overtones and undertones to the way that I talk. So not just when I talk to you guys on the live streams and in the videos, but when I meet women for real off this shit, I'm the same way. All the time, bro. I'm the same way all the time. So when I deal with women, they're gonna know out the gate. I know what time he on. Right? They already know.
Yeah, and there's a way to turn it on, turn it up a little bit, turn it down a little bit. But I'm with Zach. I'm flirtatious from the jump. As soon as I see the outfit that came out, I'm looking like, all right, you wore that for me, huh? Okay, you looking pretty good. Like, that's just me because we on a date. I'm going from there. Like, I might order food, and look and say, you know what? I ain't gonna order that with onions. I'm like, there's a lot of different things you could do to add to the moment of flirtatiousness. But it's just being comfortable with doing it and landing it. Like a lot of times, if you're debating about what to say, it's gonna come off corny, even if it's the coolest line. So part of it is if you start off flirting, then continue on flirting, continue on, it don't have to be over the top. You ain't gotta, make every expression flirty, but every now and then you can put that in there. Hey, sit next to me right here.
Bro. Jay Roman, bro. I was in a bar one time, right? I was at a little table. This girl was with this guy. I don't know if it was her man or not, but she was with this guy. And as they walked past me, I guess he stopped at the bar to buy some drinks or whatever. And I was sitting at this little 2-person table by myself. And she stopped and she looked at me and she said, I like your hat. And I heard her, right? And I said, I can't really hear you that good. Come closer, right? And then she came closer, like right up to the table. She said, I like your hat. And I was like, do you now? She was like, yeah. And I was like, I like the fact that you smell good. Come here, come a little closer so I can get a better smell of what you wear. Right? So she got closer. The dude right there, I didn't give a fuck the dude right there. So she got a little closer and I leaned into her, like to her neck area where my nose was damn near touching, and I sniffed. And I'm like, you smell good. I say, it's a shame you have company this evening. I would definitely ask you to sit down so we can talk a little bit. But, I don't want to interfere with what you got going on. And she was like, yeah, it's just a date. And, and then she was like, maybe some other time. Right? I'm like, all right, bet. And I just left her alone after that. But even in that moment, I'm flirting, right? And she knows what type of time I'm on because I'm telling her, come closer. Let me smell what you're wearing. Come here, hold on. That shit smell good, right? So she already know what type of time I'm on. So as Jay Roman says, you have to know when to kick it up a notch and when to take it down. If the woman is showing you a lack of interest, you take it the fuck down. Get up. Go ahead, fam. You got it.
Okay.
So you guys going
Hello?
out? You guys go? Are you guys going out soon?
You're
going out tonight? When are you going?
Oh no. No, I was asking a question because I was when I was talking with the chick about that, and I was flirting with her stuff like that, and then she was like, "Oh, I like to take it slow, blah blah." I'm like, "Oh God, that bullshit." I like to take it slow. I like the type of woman. I don't like to move fast when I first meet a guy, stuff like that. I don't just jump into a bedroom. I didn't mention sex anyway. That was her mindset.
Okay.
So that's why. But
yeah. See, for stuff like that, for me, like taking it slow,
I can go hard though at it though.
Say that last line again, man. You broke up.
Oh no, I was just saying like right there when she said that. Oh, I gotta take it slow. I don't have sex like that. I was already turned off. So I just spent like 25 minutes with her somewhere because I know what was gonna lead. Anyway, I already know like when she gotta take it slow, that bullshit. I know that too. Like she had low interest. My question is that too. Do you guys think that I was But my first question was like, do you think is it good to flirt right off the gate? Because what if sometimes a woman could be turned off for lack of interest? That's the question I was really trying to ask.
Now, were you on a date, or were you just somewhere and you met her?
Yeah, I was on a date. Yeah, I was on a date.
How did you get to the date?
Yeah, no, I met her online. We set up a date. We met up.
Okay, but how did you get to the date if she already has low interest?
Oh no, we met. No, I set up the date and we met there at a bar. We met at the bar and stuff like that. The girl and I was flirting. I was trying to flirt with her stuff like that, and I was touching her hands. She was like, "Oh, I got to take it slow," stuff like that. But my question to you guys was that is there when you're flirting too, should you take it slow with her? Is it good to take it slow flirting?
Bro, caller. Let me say this real quick. Stop taking marching orders from women. You dictate the pace of the interaction. Because all she was telling you, bro, if a woman is feeling you, you can't go fast enough. Okay? See, when she's telling you take it slow, what she's telling you without telling you is, I'm not sexually attracted to you. So
okay.
Listen, brother, hold on, listen. What she's trying to do is give you, listen, she's trying to give you the misleading impression that sex is possible if you do it her way. And the answer is hell no. Hell fucking no. Never do shit the woman's way. You know what I'm saying? No, you dictate the pace and the flow of the interaction. And if she with it, she with it. If she ain't, then all you do is be like, all right, well, look, we ain't compatible. This ain't gonna work. Appreciate you coming out. Hey, have yourself a good night. Good luck to you. Whatever it is you're looking for, I sincerely hope you find it. All right. And you did.
Okay.
Now, are you looking for a girlfriend, or are you looking for something to crack off that night?
No. Like Kazak said, I called a couple of times before, and Kazak said, if you offer a date, he says true. If you offer a date, like I said, I'm not trying to fuck because he's trying to fuck. I already told her to come straight to. But like I said, I was trying to fill her out, stuff like that. Just for the date, fill her out, see if we're compatible. You know what I mean? But don't get me wrong. If it leads to
Okay. I like to in those moments. Yeah, I'm with Zach right there, but I like to have a good time. If I got dressed up and I'm going out and I'm hanging out, I'm gonna have a good time until I got whatever else planned or whatever else I need to do. you know, because I enjoy myself. So, you know, if she already said something about sexual, you know, like, oh, you know, I need to before I stay the night and stuff, I'm gonna look at her and give her a little smile and be like, oh, has that been your issue on the last couple of ones? You know, like we're not gonna sit here and group me with everybody. I'm that guy that's gonna be like, we're gonna ask some questions to get down to the bottom of this, and it's not really because I want to convince her. It's just that I'm out and about right now, and we're sitting down and we're eating, and I'm not gonna have no boring conversation at this point, right? Because I mean, I'm still gonna enjoy my time. So, you know, I'd be like, hey, look, I didn't mention stroking. I said, I didn't even mention stroking yet. Your mind already there? I got you that revved up, huh? You know, like, you know, we're gonna laugh and talk, and then and see, and then I'm gonna go because you told me whatever you told me, right? And then I'm gonna have the good time. We're gonna finish whatever we got going on, and then I'm gonna go. I'm gonna cut off, you know, and she's gonna be thinking like, man, that dude cool, but you know, nah, I'm not calling you again because you know you already told me what was up. But you know, you'll be surprised sometimes the way you respond to things just opens things up a little more. Like, no, well, you know, I said, oh, okay. I see you kept looking down at my jeans. You know, were you looking for the brand or are you looking for the brand? You know what I'm saying? So like, I have a good time, and that usually I don't usually have the same issues, but you know,
but Jay Roman, to your point though, to your point, Jay Roman. See, Jay, here, because the caller on the phone name is Jay. Here's the thing, right? Women typically are gonna have 3 different trains of thought, right? Let me say 4 trains of thought, right? The first one is either they are sexually attracted to you and they want to make it happen. The second is they're not sexually attracted to you and they just ain't really gonna fuck with you. The third is they're uncertain. They're kind of on the fence about which way they want to go, whether or not you're a guy they might want to fuck, right? And as Jay Roman said with what he just said, that's where you can get her off the fence and get her to a firm yes, right? Then the fourth is you have a woman who is not sexually attracted to you at all, but she'll give you the misleading impression that sex is possible. All you got to do is date her, spend some time with her, talk to her, right? But you as the man, you shouldn't concern yourself with none of those trains of thought, right? You just need to do you and have the woman respond to you doing you, right? A lot of you guys, you're too busy responding to the woman. Case in point, earlier you said, you know, should I take it slow because of what the woman says? Man, fuck what she's saying, right? Now, here's this, okay? A woman has a right to take it slow as she want to take it, right? I'm just not the guy she can do that with. Right? I'm just not the guy to say that she could say, let's be friends first, or you have to date me. I'm not the type of guy that she can dictate terms and conditions to. She can do that shit with you, call her. She can't do it with me. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm the one dictating the pace and flow. I'm a quarterback this shit. I'm a franchise quarterback. I'm a quarterback this. I got it. Well, go ahead, y'all got it.
Go ahead, caller. You got any other comments?
Yeah, okay. Now I'm saying, okay, no, I thought you were going to speak up first. That's why, Jim. Yeah. Now that's my question too. Yeah, that's my question too. So with that, and another question I have too, if you guys too, stuff like that too. When y'all guys, I know K-Jack too. I used to watch you too when you talk about your videos too. There was one video you had made, K-Jack. You were saying that I forgot what was the video too, and I was going to write a comment too. You were saying that how when a woman gives the that you were saying when a woman is dating a guy, you always on the term. When you say on the term, Jack, what do you mean like on the term? So you saying that on your term? So you said that how you always got to date women on your term. So on your term, would it be something like if you meet a woman, right? But and then for instance, you want to do certain things with that woman, but she always giving you excuse. But let's just for instance, she give you like a legitimate excuse though. Would that be considered on her term or on his term?
Bruh. See, you used the word or a phrase I didn't like. You said keep on. Like, keep on? A woman got one time with me, bro. Listen, hold on. Bro, listen, I'm answering your question. I have a zero tolerance policy. I don't play with women, and I don't let women play with me. Zero tolerance policy. So when you talk about an excuse, right? So I'm gonna go ahead and entertain that, right? So here's an example of something, and I told this story. I'm not gonna tell the whole story again, but to illustrate my point, what I'm willing to accept. So let's say I set up a date and a woman can't make it. And if she calls me, not text me, if she calls me to let me know, because trying to text me to tell me you can't make it is very impersonal. And it shows the level of investment you have for actually seeing me, right? So if a woman can't make it, she better fucking call me, right? If she texts me, I'm done with her, right? And I'm not gonna tell her that either. I'm just gonna be done. So if she can't make it for anyone, she better call me, and she better call me with enough time to spare. Don't be calling me 10 minutes before you're supposed to meet me and tell me you can't make it. You better call me either hours before or a day or two or days before, right? And let me know you can't make it. And upon calling me, the next thing out of her mouth to say something came up that couldn't be helped, I can't make it. How about we rain check it, or how about I make it up to you? And then she suggests something she wants to do for me. You know what I'm saying? Then that's the only excuse that I'm gonna accept. Ain't no fucking way a woman can cancel a date on me and then I turn around and offer that same date to her. Hell no.
And that can't happen, and that cannot happen multiple times. You said multiple, and that can't happen multiple times. Like there's no multiple. I'm the only one that gets to choose if I want to spend and waste time or not you. And the thing is, it's not wasting my time because this is what I want to do, right? So my thing is, I'm with Zag with the call thing. Don't text me. Don't text me. You about to cancel. Call me. Hey, guess what? This came up. I'm still working. You know, I know I'm gonna be tired. Blah blah blah. Tomorrow morning, how about we meet for breakfast at this restaurant? It's one of my favorite. I want to show you something. And when I go to that restaurant, I'm not pulling out her debit card worked too, because for me it was last night. Today it's you. This is you. But I'm big on I want to see you cook. So to make it up for me, I need you to invite me over for dinner and to cook something for me. Like so. But there is nothing else past that point. If you don't call with a suggestion of what you're going to do to make this up, there is nothing to make up. It's all good, baby.
Hell yeah.
Handle your business. Do your thing. All right. Okay. I'm deuces in the wind.
You got me.
Another one bites the dust, and another one goes.
Yeah, you got me.
Another one goes.
Bro,
another one
let me say this real quick. I can't fathom a woman flaking or canceling on me, and then I still do the date where I'm paying for it. I can't even let that enter into my motherfucking consciousness.
Now, in my, I'm gonna tell you all what happened to me one day, man. I'm gonna tell you all what happened to me. In my immature days, I had this date set up. And she faked on me. She faked on the date, right? Faked on the date. And I was a little upset. I was like, damn, I didn't see it coming. When you don't see it coming, I didn't see it coming, because before we was talking and all this other stuff. This is like in my 20s. So I went on the date with somebody else. I had a good time. In fact, they was at my apartment that morning. So I called the girl that flaked on me. And I left the message. I said, good morning. How you doing? That was a good date last night. And, I just want to let you know, next time. And I was like, oh, that's right. You faked. And then I just hung up the phone. Right. Now in the background, the girl was talking and she heard it in the background. I did now I'm telling you, less than 30 minutes, she calls me back. I'm so sorry. I had this going on. Who was that in the background? And I was like, well, that's who went on the date with me. Now that was the immature me. And I wind up getting there too, by the way. I wind up getting there too. But
I believe you did. But go ahead.
But the care shouldn't have been there. And see, now the older me now would be like, you sucker. I would have called myself a sucker back then. So why'd you care so much about this.
Yeah,
But
that was some sucker
you know,
shit.
some sucker stuff. I wind up, but
bro, we all did goofy shit when we were younger. Every
that's the
guy
goofy
has,
stuff.
bro. Like,
but the
every guy.
older me wouldn't have even cared. I wouldn't even, hey, yo, you fake, that's it. That's it. Now I'm gonna tell y'all this. I'm gonna tell y'all something, man. I'm gonna be honest with y'all. All right. And 50 knows. Y'all, if y'all know me, 50, we've been around for a long time. That girl that faked that called wind up being my girlfriend, bro. She wind up being my girlfriend. Yeah. Later on that I left. Now, that fake would have saved me some time.
Yeah.
Okay. That fake that she faked on me showed herself would have saved me a couple of months, almost a year or so. It would have saved me a lot of time, because that attitude that she had, even though she corrected it and did some things to be with me later on, but it came back out. See, and that's the thing that some of you guys don't realize. Them faking on you ain't really them faking on you. It's just showing them something about them that you don't even need to be with them in the first place. You don't even need to be hanging out. You don't need to be worried about them anymore. Just real talk. If I had the older me mentality.
Real quick, Jay Roman, call it. Are you still there? Hold on, real quick, Jay Roman.
Yeah, I'm done. Yeah.
I was gonna make sure you're still there. All right, go ahead. Go ahead.
If I had that older
you got anything
mentality,
you want to add? You got another question?
Yeah, Zach. The only thing I want to say is about I was trying to get contact with you too, information too, to set up to talk to you, stuff like that. Where do you go?
Go look underneath the description of all my videos. Under the description, all the links and contact shit is there.
Okay.
Yeah, just go look at the description.
All right, thank you, man.
All right, brother.
All right, thank you.
All right,
yeah.
Peace. Okay, all right, we cool. We back. You there, bro?
All right. Yeah. I was in the middle of my stuff.
It was some lagging on my end.
Some lag going on.
My
okay,
bad.
but
No, go ahead. But
no.
The call is making my shit lag. So yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I see you popping on and off. But anyway, just for people, a lot of times y'all save yourself some times by being that man up front. Not doing some goofy stuff. Because later on it ain't gonna turn out the way you think it's gonna turn out in the first place anyway. So, if I didn't do that goofy stuff, I could have avoided a good I think 2 years. 2 years actually. So that's it.
Okay.
Yeah, that's some goofy
Damn,
shit.
why am I not hearing? Okay.
You're not hearing me or the callers?
We just missed another call. Okay, hold on. Am I not hearing? Stop. Okay, so hold on. 971. I'm calling you right back. 971. I'm calling you right back.
See, and also that'd be the mistakes you learn from. You're like, I ain't never doing that again. I ain't never doing that dumb, goofy shit again in my life.
I'm not hearing the phone ring.
Okay. So shoot, I don't know what's going on with Zach. We'll give him a little minute and stuff like that. But y'all can keep putting the questions, put a Q in the chat. And yeah, I did that goofy shit. Anybody want to comment on that? I know cats don't want to admit the goofy stuff that he did back in the day. But you got to be real with yourself to learn and grow from there. Everybody wasn't fly from the jump. Let's be honest. Hey, you know what? Peep this out too. Later on with that same one, right? That same one. I got her at the crib. She stayed the night. We doing our thing. But I forgot I had a date in the morning. A date with a really nice person that I really like. And the date was they was coming over to fix me and my roommate at the time some breakfast. So the initial call came to my roommate because he was messing with her friend on what you guys like for breakfast. We need to go shopping. Now my roommate came and knocked at my door and was like, yo, Roman, what's up? Now I was in the middle of something, you know, and this, yo, Roman. I was like, yo, yeah. Now, some time go by, we get a knock on the door. It's them two. It's them two on the knock on the door holding groceries and everything, right? And they like, yo, what's up? What's up? My roommate, he goes out, you know, he's like, hey, so he trying to save me. My roommate trying to save me. He being a good bro. Hey, y'all got the drinks and stuff too? Like, you know, why don't y'all go back to the store and woo. Now, I don't know what's going on in my head, but I pop up, go out the door, see them on the steps. She turns around, big smile and shit. Hey, we did forget the drinks and stuff like that. And the girl comes walking out behind me. And she's like, oh, you got company? Boom, that was over with. It was done. My roommate saved himself later on. He was like, yeah, that was Jay Roman. That wasn't me. I was waiting for y'all to come through. Either way, that lady, man, was one that I liked deeply. I like that one deeply. Dark skin, chocolate, beautiful, man. I like that one deeply. I never did get that one.
I do love my chocolate.
I never did get that one. And the one, this one I got, like I said, it would have saved me some grief. But anyway.
All right, so
doing goofy stuff automatically spoil the relationship moving forward.
Okay, okay, hold on. Let me grab it up. Okay, so does goofy stuff? Well, it depends on how the woman perceives it. It depends how, because sometimes you might do goofy shit, and because the woman is a little goofy herself. Yeah. Hold on, real quick. I got my phone, so let me fuck with the Skype shit because I think why I'm not hearing it.
So for me, she actually thought the shit was cool. Like she thought I was like really aggressive and like, hey, we had this date. I still did it. I had a good time. You missed out, right? That's kind of what I wanted her to think of it, right? And that kind of set her mind differently about me. But at the same time, that goofy shit would have saved me from stuff later on. So if somebody shows you who they are from the jump, a lot of times we got to believe it. Like, hey, that was disrespectful. Now, I know she was hanging out with somebody else. I know she was doing something else. So at that time, it wasn't with me. I was the one that you flaked on. So why would I want to hang with somebody or continue to interact with somebody that didn't show me the respect from the jump that I needed? That should have been from the jump. So, it's if you do goofy stuff, even though it might help you, but at the same time, you got to wonder what is the mentality of that person that's there. So, and trust me, I ain't going down the long run. The whole story, it would have saved me some great amount of
time. Real quick, shout out to LeBron with the 10, showing my support for the great game y'all always deliver. And real quick, because someone said I cut you off, and there was a lag. Yeah, I just want people to understand that when there's a lag, it's like a 3-second lag. So I hear Jay Roman talking, but he don't hear me talking until 3 seconds later. So that it makes it appear that I'm cutting them off, but it's just there's a lag and when we can hear each other, right? So I just want to point that out. Yeah, so I wasn't trying to cut them off. Okay, real quick, there was something I wanted to do. Oh, so we good on this question? Did you answer this question?
Yeah, I did.
Okay. All right, cool. All right, we got another question. Let me hop to that real quick. Give me a second with the phone calls, guys. Just give me just a second. I'm trying to multitask in this motherfucker. Where is it at? Right there. I'm gonna let you take a stab at that first while I get this shit straight.
Okay, so the question is, from respect, is it really important to take a woman to a date, or should I call her over
I just saw your
Even
message.
when I want a relationship, I don't like wasting my time, my money. What? Is it really important to take a woman to a date, or should I call her even when I want a relationship? Can you read it?
Let me read it. Okay, is it really important to take a woman on a date, or should I call her over even when I want a relationship? Okay, so he's saying, should he just get a woman to come straight to his crib, or should
call her
he
over?
do a
Okay.
date? Yeah, to the crib, bro. That's up to you. See, guys, you as your own man, as an independent thinker, you have to decide what you want to do and how you want to handle women. But whatever you decide, it needs to be based on what you want, not what the woman is saying. Because this is what guys like to say. Oh, I don't think she's the type of girl who would come over, so I got to offer a date. Man, what kind of lame ass shit is that?
They all come over. They all come over.
Yeah, they are. That's what I'm saying. They all come over. And let me say this. And if I tell a woman, hey, come to the crib, and she tells me no, guess who won't be hearing from me no more? Her. I'm not. A woman can't tell me no and tell me, well, I prefer that you do this, and then I do that. Man, I ain't doing that shit. Yo, what's good, my nigga? What's good?
What's going on?
What up?
Man? Listen, man, it's your boy's birthday weekend, man. So I'm just I'm enjoying myself, man. But you know what it is. If it wasn't for this, you know I'd be there, man. Yeah, no.
Well, happy 30th birthday.
That's Queen J right there.
Doing?
What up?
Oh, I got you. Can y'all hear me good? Because I got you coming through the speakers.
Yeah, it's an echo on our side, though.
Oh, all right, let me turn this off. Yeah, man. But shout out to the Manhood is a Skill Set show, man. Make sure y'all call in. Don't wait till the end, ask questions and stuff. But yeah, your boy's living it, man. I'm chilling, grateful. You know what I'm saying?
I'm saying. Wait a minute. So it's your birthday, right?
Officially tomorrow, yeah.
Oh, so wait a minute. So she paid for everything?
Her debit card works too. No. Her American Express. Her American Express.
There you go. Oh, hey, guys. If she got American Express, the credit is right.
The credit is right.
The credit is right.
It's right, nigga.
They do not offer American Express to everybody.
But hey, appreciate you though, man. Just wanted to come through to say what's up to the panel, say what's up to the chat. And I hope you have a dope show and all that, man. And I was listening to y'all earlier, man. So you already know what it is. We kicked that quality game. What up, Jay?
What up?
Yeah, man.
Happy early birthday. Enjoy yourself.
Is that the ocean behind you?
Yeah, that's the pool, then the ocean.
Oh, nice.
Woo! That's the look at how blue look at that blue green water. It's clear as everything.
It's dope. So Miles is at an undisclosed location, kicking it with his boot thing, kicking it. Yeah.
You already know what it is. But remember the masculine identity membership sale, $1 for the first month. Just go to the checkout page and type in summer. You understand what I'm saying? And make sure y'all subscribe to J. Roman Way and the Return of Manhood. And it's your boy Miles Cunningham. And hopefully I should be on the Real Game No Theory tomorrow. So hopefully I'll see y'all and everything cool. All right.
All right, my brother. Take it easy out there. Be careful, bro.
All right, peace, y'all. Y'all take it easy, man.
All right, peace.
Yeah.
All right, here we go. All right, so let me look at the sky. Where did my fucking shortcut go? All right, real quick, y'all. What the hell?
Yeah, shoot.
Oh, there we go.
I used to have them all come to the house, and if they didn't, then okay, you ain't comfortable with me to come to the house, then you don't really see me.
There we go. All right, so y'all can call in now. I think we good. I think we back with the Skype shit. Yeah, it was I believe it was my phone because my shit was on. I had it on mute on the phone, so because it's connected to the thing, I couldn't hear it. I think we should be good.
I'm gonna say this. Anyway, I'm gonna say this about people coming over, though. I'm gonna say this about people coming over. Yeah. It is a cautious thing for ladies to come over because you just now meeting them. They don't know who you are, So I would advise all ladies to be cautious and stuff like that. But my thing is, for me, if you didn't come over when I was asked you to come over, I know who I am. I know my personality. I know you know, the conversations we had on the phone. If you're not comfortable with me, then cool. Like there might be some other stuff in the background. I hear the call right now, so we're going.
Okay, with that. Hold on. Caller, you there? What the? J. Roman, you there?
I'm here. I heard the phone ringing, so.
Yeah, what the hell? Okay, bro, we gotta call this nigga back, dog. What the hell? This shit was working, bro. Every time when I'm not doing the show, the shit works. When I start doing the show, all of a sudden I start having issues and shit. All right, give me a second, man. But go ahead, J. Roman. Keep saying what you were saying. See, I'm saying.
Nah, so you know, if you just talk to a lady for 10 minutes and the next thing you know, you're inviting her to the place, you might get more no's than yeah. Like let's just be honest about that. They don't know you from anything. So, you know, everything should all has is time. It's timing and stuff. I ain't never don't beg nobody to come over your place and don't, you know, but at the same time, if you don't have any money, then yeah, your spot is the spot. It's free. Come through. Come watch a game with me. Come chill with me. Come hang out with me. Let's get to know each other. Let's play some cards. Do some dominoes. Let's have a good time. Listen to some music. Watch videos. Whatever you like to do, come hang and do it with me. Yeah, that's a genuine invite. If they don't take it, then move on. Even when I want a relationship.
Yeah. So yeah, my thing is
I want relationships, man.
Yeah, I don't know why guys want. Now, there's nothing wrong with desiring a relationship with a woman who's earned it, but for you to just be out here single, I want to be booed up, I want a girlfriend. I can't understand that frame of thought.
Yeah, that was never my initial thought with anybody. Like, oh, I want this one to be my girl. It was just, you know, let's connect. Let's have a good time.
Okay.
All right. Any other questions in there?
Give me a second. Hold on. I'm trying to connect. Why do you keep hanging up? Bro, you keep hanging up. Are you there? Okay, hold on, man. Hey, look, let me call you back because it's not coming through the computer. So just hold on right there. I'm gonna call you right back.
They say Zag got
going on with this shit?
They say Zag got cricket service right now. Look at that,
bro. It was we had the other caller. We had the other caller on the show. I'm not sure what the fuck is going on. I'm not sure why it's not working now. Hold on, real quick. Give me a second, y'all. Give me a second. Let me just check my settings. I know sometimes Lucario will be having trouble with the shit where it works and it don't work. So hold on, real quick. Let me just check the audio.
Okay, we got to that question.
Let me check the audio. Okay, so I can hear it coming through. Microphone working. Okay, that's working. I can hear the shit coming through. Okay, yeah. Shit. Hold on.
Caller, can you hear us?
I don't know what the deal is.
Because we can't hear you.
I don't know what the deal is. No, he's not there.
He's not there. Okay. They say dial up connection.
It won't let me call him back. Like the other caller, I was able to call him back. That's how he got on the phone. I was able to call him back, but it won't let me call this dude back.
He probably doesn't have his number on there. Like it might be private or something like that.
No, he's calling from a foreign country.
Okay. Yeah.
The first call is calling from a foreign country.
Yeah.
Okay, that explains why.
So it just won't let you.
Okay, that explains. That
right?
explains. He's calling from a foreign country. Yeah. So what now?
It won't.
No, it's not coming through. It's not coming. It's not coming through the computer because I have Skype on my phone and I have it on the computer. You know what I'm saying? So, bro, it had nothing to do with age, bro. Y'all niggas saying stupid shit now. It had nothing to do with age.
Internet is a skill set. Hey, B Will, you old, man.
What in the fuck is it?
Well, you old, man. That's funny though. Yeah, right now you muted too though.
So let me try this. Let me see if I can call him back because he's stateside. Okay, let me see if I'm right about whether or not I can call back international numbers or not. Y'all gotta bear with us, man. My bad, man. The shit was working earlier. I promise you. Hours before the show.
Zags, if you know Zags, can they text that number?
What the fuck? What, text the number?
That's on the screen.
Yeah, they can text it.
Hey,
text
your number to Zag's number. Text your number to Zag's number, and we'll call you back.
No, the numbers is coming, bro. I don't know what the fuck. Why it's not working? The shit was working. You know what? Let me close it and reopen it. Let me close it and reopen it. Okay, y'all bear with me, man. I'm trying to figure out why shit ain't working.
Okay, we had a couple callers too. All right, so if you did call and you in the chat, go ahead, put that down there.
Yeah, yeah, man. The shit was working.
Get back at you.
Okay, so I'll worry about that later, man. It's not. It's coming through my phone, but it's not.
Did we get a shout out to LeBrian?
The computer like it was earlier.
Did we get that shout out to LeBrian? Look at $10 super chat. Show him our support for the great game y'all always delivering. Appreciate that. We're gonna have to get that back on there. Let's see if we missed anybody else.
Hold on,
and then we had somebody else, Eufosa Asundi with
the audios.
Oh, that's a $1.
Yeah. I don't know what the fuck going on.
Appreciate that.
The shit was working. The shit was working earlier. That can't be helped. My bad. It's always something with me and these fucking phones. That's why when Miles ain't here, I'll be like, damn, I need that nigga Miles. But anyway, but we'll figure it out. Okay, let me make sure I didn't miss no questions. Okay, cool. Folks, thank you for the super chat, fam. Okay, so let's get back to it. You know what I'm saying? I was distracted and shit. But I'm undistracted. Let me just get back to it. Okay, so Miles, he says, Zach, what do you think about the way you carried yourself that made that particular woman want to be fuck buddies with you without you mentioning sex? See, this shit is.
Is somebody calling right now?
Hold on, man. Guys, give me a second. So hold on, let me grab it up. Hold on, hey man. The shit was just. Did you hear it?
Yeah, I heard it. I heard it ring.
Did you hear the shit ringing?
Yeah, I did. I heard it ring.
See,
I've always heard it ring.
It ain't me, y'all. I'm telling you.
I just don't understand why there's not like a clear button to push and be like, hello.
I don't know what's going on. I heard it ring. There's a. See, what's supposed to happen is right here on my screen. It's a thing that comes across, kind of like this ticker right here where it has the number. It comes across and it says, and it gives me the option to either hang up or not. And I'm not seeing that. It's not giving me that option. So because I can't see that, I can't grab the call.
Oh,
so I don't know why it was showing it earlier, but now it's not. I don't know why.
Maybe. Okay. Did you click that button off and then to not show it anymore? Because I know when you do the build behind the scenes with
I didn't do shit. When I set it up this morning and I got it. Yeah. See, he's calling. Can you hear him calling on your end?
Not at this moment.
Okay. All right. Look. We got to get back to the show. Yeah, we got to get back to the show, y'all. Look, we got to get back to the show. Yeah, y'all got to stop calling because it's not going through the computer. It's going through my phone, and I can't do it that way. Okay, so he says, okay, so here's the thing. You don't always have to mention sex. Yeah, I didn't. The show's all fucked up now and shit. Look, guys, you don't always have to mention sex, but that's part of you just understanding what's going on, right? When you're dealing with women once you begin to just understand what it is about you that women gravitate to, you can already tell the women that's feeling you. So you don't have to mention sex. Bro, real quick, let me just say this. And I've told this story a bunch of fucking times. And I'm not going to tell the whole story. I'm going to tell a point. There is no caller, bro. Guys, there is no caller. There is no caller. There is no caller. Guys, stop calling. Stop calling. It's not coming through the computer. It's not working. So stop calling. It's coming through my phone. So you guys, but it's not synced. It's unsynced. Right? I don't know what the fuck happened. So stop calling the phone or stop calling to that line. As a matter of fact, let me just take the fucking number off. That might actually help. Sorry, guys. So for the one caller that got through, thank you, dog. But for the rest of y'all, we gotta work on this shit later on today when I get done with the show. So here's the thing. I remember the first time, shut up, Steve. The first time I had a threesome. Okay, the first time I had a threesome. Right, the first time I had a threesome, I ran into two ladies at the nightclub. I was by myself. There were two ladies that were by them. They were together. They were friends. They were by themselves. Right. As I'm walking by them, I got my little drink in my hand. I'm walking by them. Right. I'm looking at them. They looking at me. Right. So I end up stopping. I stop right in front of them, and I start talking to them. And literally within a 5-minute time frame, okay, I don't recall how long the conversation was, but it was less than 5 minutes. That much I know. I don't know if it was 2 minutes, 3 minutes, 4 minutes. I don't know, but it was less than 5. So in that time frame, I didn't mention sex not one time, right? I said something to the effect of, what are you ladies getting into later on this evening? And they said something to the effect of, we're either going where you're going or we're getting into what you're getting into. And when they said that, I was like, hell, if it's like that, let's leave right now. That's all I said to them. Let's leave right now. They were like, okay. It's like, you got your own crib? I'm like, yeah. So me and those two ladies, these two friends, left, went back to my crib, and we had a threesome. So I didn't say nothing about sex. I didn't mention sex. Now, there is nothing wrong with...
Or they was about to run his pockets.
Okay, nah, that wasn't going to happen. That wasn't going to happen. I wasn't worried about that. You know what I'm saying? It's not to say that can't happen to a brother. You know, and nothing ever happened to me like that, ever. Right? But what I'm saying is, a lot of times, all you got to do is let women know what you're trying to do. That's all you got to do. It's not that hard, guys. Let women know what you're trying to do. Be authentic, be assertive, be direct. Let women know what you're trying to do. Anytime you let women know exactly what you're trying to do, they're going to respond. They're either going to say yay or nay. They're going to respond to it. And how they respond tells you everything you need to know. And then you know how to proceed after that. It's not hard. Y'all make it difficult because you guys are outcome dependent. You're so worried about women telling you no. You're so worried about offending a woman or upsetting a woman. I don't give a fuck about none of that. Guys, you have every right to tell women what you want. If all you want is sex, you have every right to approach a woman and tell a woman, look, I'm going to keep it real with you. You know, I saw you from across the room. You know, you just happen to be my type. And I'm looking for a lover tonight. You that? And I'm not saying for you to say those words verbatim, but what I'm saying is if that's what you wanted to say, you have a right to say that. And a woman has a right to tell you hell no. Right? She has a right to respond however she sees fit. Right? But the only women who are truly offended are the women who ain't trying to do it. So why would you care? Why the fuck would you care? That women was like that before the internet. Now they have options. Bro, women have always had options. Women have always had options. Look, here's the reality. This is what guys don't get. For whatever reason. I don't understand why guys don't get this shit. Regardless of what women say they want. Okay, even if a woman wants to be married, wants to have a family, she wants a committed relationships, even if they want those things, they still want dick too. They still want dick too. So if you're dealing with a woman and she's looking, Bro, you know how many times I'm dealing with a woman who wants a relationship and I tell her I'm not looking for one, no, but I got something I can give to you, but it won't be a relationship. So it depends on whether or not you're that type of man or woman wants that from.
Yeah,
it ain't hard.
Trust me. So I get how some cats say about the internet as far as like, you know, the super hot girl in your neighborhood. Now she on the internet and she's getting DM from people in New York flying her out. But that same girl was, you know, had you on this side of town and a different dude on the other side of town. You know, took the bus or the train down to a different city. You know, had that dude. It was no different. It was no different. You know, and that's the consistent thing is just your game. So, you know, that didn't change anything. You know, it didn't matter if it was in town, out of town, you know, on a trip or something like that, getting flying in or flying out. So, you know, it doesn't really change much, you know. And if you feel like your access to that person is affected by the internet, then you really didn't have access to that person anyway.
Well, here's the thing. Here's the excuse guys like to use for why they can't get shit going with women. Oh, the internet changed things. Women are picky. Women are supposed to be picky. You're supposed to be. Guys, if you're going to have someone around you, if you're going to be having sex with people, if you're going to have people in your home or you're going to be going to someone's house and all of that other shit, you're supposed to be picky about who you are around. I don't blame women for being picky. Here's the reality of it. Guys that never had problems getting women don't have problems getting women now, right? They don't. Go ahead, fam.
No, just look at the, you know, Jay's Bizzle comment here that he just put back up.
Okay, yeah, so he says, no, what I'm saying is that they have more of a select man, so now they ain't as needy for sex. No, that's not true.
So now they ain't as needy for sex or attraction.
That's not true. That's not true. No, bro. See, Jay Bizzle, you got to put, so they ain't as needy for sex from me. You got to put from me at the end of that equation. Nah, bro. Nah, bro. Women, no, bro. Women still crave, look, regardless of what y'all think, women still crave great sex. And I can tell you right now, first and foremost, the majority of men that women encounter, they're not sexually attracted to. And for the men they are actually sexually attracted to, a lot of those guys aren't really that good in bed. So women will still gravitate and covet men who they find sexually appealing, who actually know what the fuck they're doing in bed. Okay, so when I say this is why women got to share us, these type of comments is exactly what I mean.
And this whole comment is about being deselected, not being selected. And, you know, honestly, I'm not worried about the ones that don't want me.
No,
they can fly all over the world. But I'm telling you, the same person getting flown out, that same person got dick in her neighborhood, in her city. Like, trust me, it may not be you. She don't want to hop on the flight every time. I'm letting you know, she's the same person. She got somebody in town. It just ain't you.
See, a lot of you guys, y'all have certain experiences with women, and you think that all men are having the same issues. No, it's just you and him over there and those two in the back. But this group of guys over here, no, niggas is having it their way. No, bro. Now, you do have some women who may abstain from sex here and there, but women in the masses abstaining from sex, nah, bro, they fucking out here, bro. I don't know what you seeing, but I know what I'm seeing. They out here trying to get it in.
And there's always a factor of growth too, man. Like, you know, in the 20s is going to be different than 30s, and 30s is going to be different than 40s. 40s is going to be different than 50. And I'm not saying the game is different. What I'm saying is that the things that you are attracted to and the things that other people are attracted to is always different. Like right now, in my 20s, there's some things in the 20s, ain't no way right in my 40s and 50s. I ain't attracted to that. That don't get me.
Well, you know what it is too? Well, you know what it is too? Sometimes as women get older, they slow down. So you might have a woman in her 20s, she's seeing multiple dudes on a consistent basis, but maybe when she gets into her 30s, 40s, and maybe even 50s, she says, you know what? I just want to find one solid man who got some good dick.
One or two.
Who I can have sex with. One or two. And then that's it. And you do have women out here, they're not trying to fuck every single guy that want to fuck them, but if they can find one or two dudes they can have consistent sex with maybe once or twice a week, a lot of women are good with that shit. But they still want dick though. don't get that twisted. Don't get it twisted.
Some of them used to be cool with dealing with your goofy selves just to get the D. Now they're a little bit older and they don't want to deal with your goofy stories to get the D. They want some simpler stories. They like to have some intelligent conversation in the morning over some coffee after you done broke their back off and then go. You know, it's you know, everybody's
and they want dudes who act like men. A lot of these women, see, it's not just about great consistent sex. It's also the type of man who is consistent with how he moves. So a woman never has to guess what's going on. She knows exactly what the assignment is, right? Because I tell you guys all the time, always set a woman's expectations. From the very moment you meet women, set the tone for how things are going to be between you two, right? And if you're consistent with that, sometimes women ain't got a problem hitching their wagon to that. Like, you know what? This is a dude I think I can enjoy myself with. I think I can actually have enjoyable experiences with this guy, right? He don't seem like the type of guy where he's needy. He don't seem like the type of guy who plays games. See, a lot of times where you guys do yourself a disservice at is when you want girlfriend and boyfriend vibe from a woman, but yet you don't want to give her that title. A lot of guys do that shit. A lot of guys are out here. I got clients that do that type of shit where you want girlfriend energy and you want to give boyfriend energy, but when a woman comes to you about the relationship, nah, I don't want the relationship. And a chick is looking at you, but you want all the fringe benefits that a girlfriend provides without giving me the girlfriend label. So a lot of times women become disillusioned by guys who do that type of shit. Because what you're really doing is playing with the woman's emotions. You might not look at it like that, but she does. So sometimes a woman would rather deal with a guy where she's literally, what's the word I'm looking for? Oh my God. Okay. I can't think of the word I'm looking for, but she's basically emotionally detached on purpose, right? She's taking her emotions out of it on purpose because she's like, you know what? All I need is a guy to blow my motherfucking back out. I don't need to get all emotionally attached or anything like that with men right now. You know, I'm doing me, I'm working on me, but I'm still a woman. I still get horny. I still get that itch. I just need a guy that's going to come scratch it, right? Those women are out here in abundance. Those women who are single, who have that type of thing going on, they're not rare. They're out here in abundance. Okay? It's just something about you and what you're presenting that they ain't feeling. Like even the caller that called up and a woman was saying, oh, let's take things slow. Let's not rush. You don't think she getting broke off? You don't think she getting broke the fuck off? Right? So sometimes when women are getting broke off by at least one dude who is a solid dude and he's consistent with breaking her off, what they're going to do with all the other guys, all you other guys that they don't see sexually, they're going to make you wait. They're going to have you taking them out on multiple dates and doing all that other shit. Why? Because they're already getting some dick from this dude. They're already getting broke off from this dude. So they don't have a need or a desire to sleep with every guy. They're like, man, look, this dude is taking care of me. I'm straight. These other guys, though, I'm going to make them date me. Right? Or I'm going to give them the misleading impression that this is who I am. Like, oh, no, I do everybody like this. I'm just not that kind of girl. For you, she's not that kind of girl. For him, she's just that kind of girl. My bad, Jay. Well, I'm just talking bad. You got it. Hey, guys, we're about to bounce in a minute.
Because I'm just thinking, like, some girls got a little game too, so they might give you a little some, and you thinking you won, but really They're not really attracted to you. They just gave you a little something to keep you around.
Like
Well, that's a whole
look,
nother.
God,
That's a whole nother level. Because
God,
they'll do that, keep you around. You think I'm winning. Every
right
every
here,
now and then she give me a little
right here.
something.
Women categorize women always categorize men. They always do. Guys, when you very first walk up to a woman,
You better know your category.
regardless if it's a conscious or subconscious thought on a woman's part, you're being evaluated for sex. Anytime you approach a woman and talk to a woman, you're being evaluated for sex. What I mean by that is this. When a woman is interacting with you, she's already computing to herself whether or not you are the type of guy she might want to fuck. She already knows, right? It don't take women 3-4 dates, 2 or 3 weeks, or a month to know whether or not she is sexually attracted to you. It don't take women that fucking long to figure that shit out. Women, 30, 45 seconds. I want a woman to call up and refute that shit. 30, 45 seconds at the least, 2 to 3 minutes at the most. That's all that it takes. A real brief conversation. Women already fucking know whether or not you're the type of guy that they are feeling in that way. Now, sometimes what may happen is they might say, yeah, you know what, he's the type of guy I might be able to, fuck. But I don't want to fuck him now, though. I don't want to do it yet. Or they might be on the fence about it.
Yeah, that miscellaneous on the fence. Like, there's something about.
Just something about them.
I don't know yet. And then you open your mouth and ruin it. It's almost
exactly. So you do have some women that they know right away, like he can get it now, right? Then there's other guys where what could be going on is your behaviors in an interaction is leaving a lot to be desired, which is why she's uncertain because of how you're acting. So an example would be you could be a good-looking guy, like physically you do it for her. But the way that you're speaking, maybe you're a little too passive for her taste. Maybe you're very indirect and ambiguous with how you talk. And that is giving her cause to pause. It's how you're talking. And that's like, he's cute, girl, but I don't know yet. So sometimes the date, when you guys do the date, how you conduct yourself on that date, that will let her know whether or not to say, you know what, I'm not going to fuck him. Or, you know what, all right, cool. Right? He redeemed himself. Now he's acting like a man and shit. You know what I'm saying? So that, and this is how you know, what I'm saying is a fucking fact. This is how you know it's a fact. For all you guys who've ever approached women in your life, how many times did a woman dismiss you right away? Like 5-10 seconds. Because she already knows. I don't want his dick. She knows that quickly. I don't want him. I don't want him. So if she knows that quick that she don't want you like that, she knows that quick that she does. Come on, man. It don't take women that long to figure it out. You know what I'm saying? And now, it might take women a minute to decide whether or not to actually fuck you, but for them to discern whether or not you're the type of guy they might want to have sex with, they know. They know pretty quickly.
We got a couple questions that just popped up at the.
Okay. I see one right there, Frank.
Yep.
We're gonna do these questions and we're about to bounce. Frank says, "Can I stay friends with a woman I slept with before? Now I want to remain just friends, especially desires more from the relationship. We share similar business acumen, intelligence." Okay, first of all, the only way I can be friends with a woman is if we do have sex first. That's it. Now, or if we were in a relationship. Like I was in a relationship with a woman. We got a great friendship now, right? And we cool as fuck. But we used to be in a relationship. But the only way we can be in a relationship is if there's mutual respect, right? If there was mutual respect during the encounter or the relationship, and there's continued mutual respect. But also, we're not going to be friends because she wants to be. Hey, there has to be some value to it, right? There has to be a benefit for me to call her a friend of mine, right? Or like we cool like that. There has to be a benefit. It ain't gonna be no situation where she tells me, I'm dating someone now, and I'm cool on having sex with you, but we can be friends though. No, we ain't gotta be friends. Hey, when When I see you around, I'll say, what's up? Right? So if we're going to be friends, no. There has to be, from my perspective, there has to be a benefit. You know what I'm saying? So what you're saying, like now, if we can benefit each other financially, right? If we can conduct business together, if we can get some money together, then hell yeah. You know what I'm saying? Hell yeah, I'm fucking with her. If we can get money together, I'm fucking with her, right? You know what I'm saying? If we can network and she can introduce me to some people that I can do business with and vice versa, hell yeah, I'm fucking with her. You know what I'm saying? I'll keep that going. Not a problem. All right, you want to answer that? You want to get to the next question?
Yeah, I just say it simply. If you're not attracted to her, then that's all it can be is friends, right? So
Yeah.
you know, friends or no friends, you know, if you guys can do stuff with business and you enjoy the conversation, yeah, she's a friend. Now, I don't like to play with that line. So if she wants more and continues to step like she wants more, then you guys can't be friends, because her interaction is not going to be genuine on the friend tip. It's going to be more on she wants a relationship, and you're going to have to keep reminding her, like, hey, the time we spend or what we do, as far as it's never, this will never be, and why even do that to yourself? So just, you know, to me,
but see, Jay Roman, but she can't call me to hang on Christmas lights though.
Right.
She can't. I'm not doing none of that shit. You know what I'm saying?
No.
I'm not doing
I don't know the
shit.
type of degree of friends that, like my lady friends that are true lady friends. I have no desire for them at all. Even though some might be cute to other people, they're just not attracted to me.
Yeah.
And then I don't do certain things. I don't do boyfriendish things for them just because they friends.
No. There you see, and that's where the cutoff at.
You know, I'm not a good friend to females. I'll be honest.
I'm not. Cause I don't. You know what, Jay Roman? I don't call him to talk to him. I'm not calling you to talk to you though. You know what I'm saying? You'll never get a call from me.
I think I literally got like two women that are friends that I check up with and be like, "How you doing?" Because they you know, we've always just been friends. But I'm not a great friend.
I'm not. If I'm not sexually attracted to the woman where that's going down, then I really don't have much need for your services and shit. You know what I'm saying? Unless we can make money together. But to your point, I'm not like the woman that I used to deal with and we cool, right? I'm not gonna cut her grass. I'm not gonna help her move. You know, I'm not doing none of that shit. You know what I'm saying? The other guy she fucking with can do all of that. You know what I'm saying? But I'm not doing none of that shit. You know what I'm saying? So like you said, I'm not doing no husband, boyfriendy type shit. I'm not doing the type of shit that a man of the house would do. No. Once the relationship ends, those services become null and void immediately. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Immediately.
I'm trying to think and really be honest, because I like to be real with everybody, man. There's like one person, but she know not to call me for that stuff because she already got a man. So, you know, they don't need to call me. So, you know, only one person, but because I know doing those things wouldn't ignite anything in none of us, you know. But this is the same person though, when she'll fix my plate first whenever I'm at a function where she's at, and she's just my friend. Yeah. So she'll get up, fix my plate first and stuff like that, and like you know,
speaking of friends,
but she's just a true friend. Her female belief is this is how you treat men. So it has nothing to do with nothing sexual, has nothing to do with nothing you know, desirable. It's just like her own physical belief as far as how females should be is to make men their plates at functions. So she'll do that for me.
So to your point regarding that, you know, the female, the chick I'm cool with, she came by, she was making these tacos and shit. But I can't really describe it, but it was just some tasty shit. And she was making some for the first time, right? And she was like, "Do you want to try some? I'll make you some." And she was gonna be in my neck of the woods, so I'm like, "Yeah, make me a few of them joints." And she brought them over, right? So yeah, but there is, you know, we're not fucking, you know, she ain't trying to fuck with me like that. I ain't trying to fuck with her like that, right? So yeah, I mean, we cool, right? And she might every now and again when she's dealing with a new dude, you know, she might call, you know, and ask me, "Hey, you know, you're a man. Let me ask you something.
Yeah,
You know,
right.
I was gonna buy such and such some WeatherTech car mats. Do you man like that type of shit? Hell yeah, get that shit for that nigga. He'll love that shit. You know what I'm saying? So you know that type of shit. But this is a chick I used to fuck though. I used to be with. Ain't no woman that I'm trying to fuck and ain't trying to fuck me call me like that, dog. And that ain't gonna happen. So I just want to point that out. Yeah.
My guy, we never went there, never been there.
Yeah.
You know, I had a homie wanted to ask me to set him up with her. You know, I just don't see her like that. Never have, never will. And so, you know, I don't. If she didn't have a man and she said, "Hey, I'm going somewhere to pick this car up. Could you roll with me?" I'd do that.
Yeah.
You know, because we're cool like that. But as soon as you got a man, like I ain't doing that. Like, you know, that's something he need to take over and do. Like, you know, I'm not your man. So, but
I do got a homegirl, fellow coworker I used to work with, and there was never no sexual attraction. We never fucked, and we cool like that. But she called me and asked me for advice though. You know what I'm saying, with dudes and shit. But there was no, at least for me, I was never. She's not my type at all. Like if I went on a year dry spell and she was wanting to fuck, I'd be like, nah, baby girl, we can't do that. I don't
this
look
is
at
like,
you.
nah. So you know.
So you know, but it is what it is. So Rona says when a woman cheats in a particular moment, for example, at a party, does that man that she's with cross her mind before she makes the decision? When a woman cheats in a particular moment, does the man that she's with, bro, why y'all worried about that shit? Why y'all worried about that shit? Yeah, so
you don't
if
cross her mind at all. What are you talking about?
Yeah, she thinking about that guy that she's sexually attracted to.
It ain't bro. Moment, in every moment, this dude. Ain't no particular moment. Basically, when she want to cheat, she cheat. It don't matter if she's thinking about him or not. It's what she want to do. I don't understand So, are you guys out there really believing that your woman's about to cheat, and then you run across her mind, and then she stops it, and be like, "Oh snap,
bro!
I just thought about my dude. Like, nah, I can't do this.
I got it, Jay Roman. I was with this chick. I got invited to this party. I told the story. I'm not gonna tell the whole story. I just tell the parts that matter. So I had a partner of mine that was cool with this chick, and she was having a little party in her crib, and he invited me to the party. And it just so happens that I met this chick before. We never had sex, nothing like that, but I met her before. So when I go to the party and I see her, I'm like, "Oh, what's up?" Right? So boom, boom, boom. Fast forward. I'm in her crib and I'm basically talking to her about what I want to do to her. So she ends the party. She kicks everybody out. I stay. We go to her room. We fucking, and there's a knock at the door. There's a knock at the door. There's a knock, and I'm like, you expecting company? Oh shit! I forgot. I was supposed to meet my boyfriend, right? Because she had a boyfriend. So she forgot all about him, right? And I guess she had put her phone on silent or whatever. So I guess her phone was ringing and she didn't notice it. So he at the door, knocking at the door, right? While I'm knee deep in it, mind you know what I'm saying? And she's like, "Oh, you know, I forgot I was supposed to meet him." So I jump up. I start getting dressed. She says, "No, he'll leave." No. So she stopped me from getting dressed, like he'll leave. So she look out the window, like she butt naked, crawling on the floor like a ninja and shit. She looking out the window so he can't look up and see. So as soon as he walked to his car and get in, she like, "Good, he's gone." She hopped back in the bed, like continue. So is she thinking about you? Nah, not really.
I mean, my thing is, let's say yes, she is, and she still do it. Now, that's messed up. Let's say no, she isn't, and she still do it. Well, that's messed up. Come on, man. Does it really matter? It don't matter. It don't matter. It doesn't.
Because she's still gonna do it. So what difference does it make?
And plus, they set it up. I didn't have them set it up. They would set them up. I had cook your favorite meal, put you to sleep, and then I gotta go and come over. They then came over. You know. So
what he's really trying to ask is, hold on, I'll get to that in a minute. There was one that I skipped. What he's really trying to ask is, do women feel any guilt? Like, do they think about you and feel guilty about the decision they're gonna make? Nah, bro.
No.
No, bro, because they doing what they want to do. You got to understand. She wants to do this.
No, they don't feel nah.
Yeah. Okay. So he says, what should I do if my baby mama is lying about her work schedule to avoid her motherly duties? I heard from someone she works with. Bro, there's nothing you can do. You know what I'm saying? When you say avoid her motherly duties, what do you mean? Like, is it her time to have the kids for the weekend and she's lying to you, pretending like she got to work, and then you get the kids? You can always say no, bro. You know what I'm saying? You can always say no.
Hey man, fuck that. Listen, bro, like man, I was a single dad for a minute, and it was just me and my youngster rock and rolling. You know, it's your life. You created this you created something with someone, this this child. And who's to say that the mother is always supposed to be with this child? Who's to say that the mother is the better parent of this child? Who to say you got a child? Your child relationship is between you and that child. Be happy for all the time you get with your child, and let it be good. Let that be whatever. That child's going to get older and make decisions and go from there. But you keep building the relationship with your child. It doesn't, man. I used to on the real. I used to get a phone call stepping out toward to going on a date and say, "Hey, can you take her, please?" I would cancel my date quick. Yeah, no problem. Boom. There'd be ladies mad. What? Why you? You know what? It's my child. This is my child, and this is what she got to do. Whatever. I'm not worried about her. I'm worried about my development and my child. I'd rather my child be with me with somebody who wants to be with my child than her being underneath a babysitter or somewhere else. And it's not permanent. It's not forever. You spend the time with your child, man. You created this child. Spend the time with him.
I disagree with you on this premise. If she's calling me at the last minute because a dude trying to come by and fuck her, no, nigga, I'm not disrupting my shit for that. Now, this is what I will say. I will say this, and both men and women need to understand this. When you have a child or children with someone, you need to have the mindset that at any given moment you can be on your own with that child without the other parent's involvement. You have to understand that that's a realistic possibility. My oldest two children, I end up getting custody of them, and their mother all but disappeared. Right? You know what I'm saying? She might have saw them once every few months or something. Right? So I have, right? So, but when I got them, because it wasn't court ordered that I got custody of them, I went to their mother and I asked for my baby. I said, let me get them. Let me. And she cried about it and all that. But she know what kind of man, what kind of father I am. So she was reluctant, but she gave me my baby. I was in a better financial position. So anyway, so my point is this. When I got them, I was well aware that I was going to be responsible for everything. Financially, emotionally, mentally, that I was going to hold it down. Now, I didn't anticipate the mother dipping and disappearing, but when she did, I didn't call her up crying, where you at? What you doing? I just said, all right, I got it. But go ahead, Phil.
Yeah, so I didn't have ladies do some things when I was coming through, right? And I get there, the child is watching cartoons, and they gave him a whole bunch of Lunchables and turned on the TV, and then we went into the room, and I'm smacking that thing down for a while. I come out, walk past the child, and go, and for me, look, if she dropping her off to get that appointment, gone. I'd rather my child see me and the fun times we about to have, and us getting ice cream and doing things. Yeah, what did it affect? It affected me going out with some chick, whatever. If that's what made her upset and she don't want to talk to me, so what? I don't give a shit. This is my child. So, whatever the moment was, I rather know that my child is with me in a good spot and not around a whole bunch of random or girl, can you watch him real quick? I got this dick appointment coming through. You about to hand my child to one of your friends who ain't good at watching kids, period. Like, I know I'm the safest bet. So, hey, bring them on, bring it on. And I know this ain't forever, you know, because once your child hit a certain age, they down there watch themselves and do, you know, do whatever. So, you know, it is what it is, man. You laid down, you had a child with a woman that y'all ain't together no more. So, you know, if she's lying, maybe she needs some mental health. Sometimes these women mentals ain't right. I'd rather my child with me anyway. If you mentally can't handle watching the kid. So, you know.
So, yeah. So here's the last question. We're about to wrap it up because we in serious overtime. All right. So he says, and this question bothers me. I don't know why I'm even reading this goofy shit. Should we men stand on business that benefits us when we deal with women? Okay, I'm gonna answer your question like this. Number one, anytime you're dealing with a woman, both of you should benefit, right? If you're dealing with a woman and you're the only one who benefits from it, that woman won't be dealing with you for too much longer, right? So both of you should benefit from it. Now, both of you can benefit from it while still dealing with a woman strictly on your terms, though. So when you say, should men stand on business? Bro, you're a man. You should always stand on your principles and your standards. You don't deviate from it. You don't relax it. You don't make accommodations and concessions just so a woman can fuck with you. No, my standards are my standards. My principles are my principles. And I don't change them just so I can get some pussy or just so I can have a woman in my life. I'm going to always stand on my shit because what else do you have in this world? As a man, what else do you have in this world? And I'm going to sound cliche-ish here, but what else do you have in your world other than your balls and your motherfucking word? What else do you have other than your balls and your word? And when I say your balls and your word, I'm attaching your dignity, your honor, and your integrity. That's all you fucking got. You know what I'm saying? Why in the fuck would I not stand on that? Because if you don't stand on that, who gonna respect you? There ain't no man alive that's gonna respect a man that can't stand on nothing. There is no woman alive that's gonna respect the man that can't stand on nothing. Your kids won't respect you if you don't stand on something.
See, and that's the thing right there. My thing is, some dudes pretend to be men, and you go through the steps like it, but you don't really believe and understand it. Like, my thing is, I don't say no just to say no, or be that guy just to be a brute or a guy in a relationship when I deal with a woman. Man, I want you to know I'm hard. I'm not doing that as an act. I know I need to say no because no, this means a no right now because it goes against whatever I want to happen or whatever's going on, and you need to hear it. She needs to hear it. Everybody needs to hear it. Like you're standing consistently for yourself, but you know that is what's needed. That manhood, that man is needed in all situations. It's what's needed. So it's nothing I can take off or put back on. I can't take this off.
Manhood don't take vacations. Manhood don't take days off.
I can't take this off. It's on. It's just on. It just comes. I am the way I am right now. Like, and that's the thing. Like, once you know something and really understand it, it's so in depth and ingrained in you that there is no time that you could stand in business and then not stand in business.
Bro.
It is what it is. Dealing with the woman or dealing with anybody, it just who you are is already embedded. And so, I'll always be on business no matter what you're dealing with. And in the long run, she'll appreciate you for it, man.
All right. So real quick, shout out Renee P. Baby girl, you're always doing your thing. Thanks for all the moderators, all the callers. My bad, guys. I swear the shit was working. We got one call to come through, then the shit stopped working after that. So I gotta go back to the drawing board and figure out.
Tell Cricket to speak this.
Why? No, I think what happened was when it was I have my phone and computer link. I think when I fucked with it ringing on my phone, I think I fucked up the connection. So I got to figure out what I did to fuck it up, right? Because there were times where we heard the call ringing through the computer, and there was times that we didn't. So there's something going on, right? But I'll figure that out. So, guys, don't forget, October 26th in Miami, Game Kings 2, The Definition of a Man, documentary screening. Be there if you can, right? It's in October, so you got plenty of times to stack some money and shit. You know, me personally, I'm not going to Miami just for the screening. I'm going to enjoy myself. You know what I'm saying? best believe I'm gonna be doing my thing. I'm gonna be out and about, making it happen, right? So come out to Miami if you can. We look forward to seeing y'all. Salute to Miles and Lucario for putting this shit together. Like, share, and subscribe. Like, share, and subscribe. And I got a poll on my end. I would like 100% participation. Like, share, and subscribe. Jay Roman, thank you for coming through, fam. You got anything you want to plug before we bounce?
Yeah. Yes. You know, no, I'm gonna save it. I'm gonna save it because we got to talk. We got to talk. I'm almost ready for that. We got to talk.
All right, cool. We'll get together, make that happen on the back end. Hey, y'all, don't forget, Real Gang No Theory podcast tomorrow, 11 Central, 12 Eastern. We out. Peace.
Peace.